What's up, Hippo lovers? Try number 2 after the first restart. We have Finland against MbL and Nicov. It's not looking great for Finland. They need a 3-0 win, and Town and Slam later on need to win 3-0 as well, so that Finland can still advance in this $3,000 tournament. And you can see the maps at the left hand side. We are just jumping into it. My retainers are loose and my dentist is on holidays, so cast might be a bit weird. I hope you're very understandable today. We're playing Aztecs. We already had a restart from AM, writing to themselves, not to everyone, but the Finns are accepting that regardless. Playing Frank Sprit against Aztecs Franks. And I have a Felix Aldi question to answer. What were you doing at NC LAN? You obviously, and also hear that you're playing some poker. And what else aside from drinking alcohol and eating unhealthy stuff? Who can join the NC LAN? You need to be invited, or you need to be a member of NC. And what else did we do? We played Codenames. We played Schafkopf. We watched some soccer. We made barbecue. We had a table tennis. We had table soccer. We had old Nintendo. We had an old Super Nintendo. So a lot of Tetris and Super Mario Kart going on as well. Ooh, and some laming going on as well. And what else did we do? That was the main things, I believe. Yeah. No beer pong, no. Barbecue SNES, yeah. Beautiful things in life. Oh, yeah. Before another Please, no restart. 2 seconds, 1 second. Oof. Okay. How is your non-AoE career going? I never had a non-AoE career. AE poker and Schafkopf, oh my god, when's the next NC LAN? We do one a year. It's a week long, so can't do it that often. Oh, Rubenstock trying to kiss the TC here. But MbL not a big fan of that. Okay, so Rubenstock didn't block the board in the end. 2 balls still in the back. We have some shenanigans over here. Frank Scout against Frank Scout. I think Nicov is ahead here. Rubenstock is getting his village over. And yeah, we had some hill advantages here as well. I think Nicov... No, he cannot take those fights. 3 hits against 2 hits. Yeah. NC LAN is always a blast. Had such a nice time. Had so many laugh flashes as well. It was a pretty... yeah, and we did a guessing game. Like we do 2 different quizzes. Like I prepared one and RBTV Somos prepared one, which was super fun as well. Like Somos did an age question only quiz, and I did like real life questions and you had to guess numbers. And then we basically played a poker tournament. But you don't have cards, you only have your guesses. Whoops. So I asked something like, what did I ask? Oh yeah, if you add up all the gold that we know of on the world at the moment and put it in one cube, how long is one side of that cube? Or what else did I ask? What's the deepest someone ever dove apnoe? So without adding any oxygen later on. And without fins. Or how many African people are there that own over 30 million US dollars. And so yeah, some questions in that direction. And yeah, that was super fun as well. Rubenstock playing archers, kind of as we expected. The Max doing his shenanigans. I'm just a bit surprised that, oh, Nicov is already up. What did he play? Pop 19? I didn't even check that. Okay, new meta apparently. They're trying to go up in this game, early up in this game. Some walls at that side. Everything very defensive for him here. Yeah, and Codenames was so fun as well. I maybe had too many beers before that to be a good team partner, but let's say I enjoyed myself. Can drive down 10 kilometers, no problems. Well, thing is, the person that we meant actually came back to the top. Double archery range from Rubenstock here. Playing it with 3 villagers. Scout the aggression. Yes, he sees the villagers, sees the militia as well. Takes 1 hit, knows exactly what's up. Is getting harassed here by Nicov, who's coming over as well. So this is going to be a big double. We need to see the Max coming over to the left-hand side. Otherwise, Rubenstock will be in big problems. Now you can see him focusing. He is adding militia as well? What? I can't remember last time I saw that reaction. Going double archery range, seeing the drush, and adding militia yourself. Okay, scouts are now coming over. That is lost. Villager here to build the defensive tower. Even pulled some more villagers, as you can see, is up to 6. And I think those militia aren't doing too much. We are heavily housed here. We being Rubenstock. Militia are around, and those are some army desperately needed. And Rubenstock, maybe those 3 militia actually did the job for him. Now taking the engagement, the Max is a bit out of position here. Oh, nice micro back by Rubenstock, killed 3 units. Now the tower from MbL in no man's land here. Rubenstock has no idea about that. Nice team play here, and the Max is clearing that up as well. 7 killed, 3 losses for now. And yeah, that tower is something I don't really understand. Big walls here by the Max, but still not completely walled, so that's going to be quite an investment. Nicov, he looks quite nice, but he also had a very small, tight base for himself here. They lost track of those villagers. I'm a bit surprised that they're not trying to chase. MbL, did he not... Ah, he has 0 idea. He saw the main gold. Oh man, so no idea. Being OP in AoE is worse than being OP in poker, right? I would say so, yeah. Because you can lose the game by being OP. Out of position, but one who isn't familiar with all the poker terms. But in Age of Empires, in poker, you can still play a range. MbL stealing enemy wood, yeah, next level. This is a completely new level of laming, guys. Not sheep, not deer, not boars anymore. No, now we are starting to lame wood lines. Some walling here, but there's not a lot of damage output. Look at that, 2 military. 4 military compared to 20 at the moment. This is a spot where the Finns could still do a lot of damage. Maybe even jumping on the TC might be an option. We had a small pause here, and what is Nicov up to? Is he just going fast castle behind this? Oh boy. What did he do? Like 3 scouts? This is a weird move. Offensive gold for MbL. How's his castle age time looking? Only 1 archery range. Now going for the mill. We have an X here, and those 2... Okay, he already lost 3 units. So overall he built 4 scouts, I believe. Archers now coming back. No fletching for Rubenstock, who lost 1 villager. Might lose a second one. Fletching finally coming up. And that villager won't be saved. And Nicov not even losing a lot of HP. Nice catch, nice efficiency with the rest of the army. And now they're going to the other side against a guy who, well, has shown us in the last weeks that he knows how to stonewall himself up. In this case, he doesn't too much. The Max finally walled. Oh man, this is a big area that he created for himself. MbL sitting at home. Let's take a look at the aggression. Nicov with the solid 1943 cast age time behind this. Nicov getting better and better. Yeah, that's the NAC coaching that he received, right? So many people watching his games telling him, do it. Maybe using groups might be good. Maybe doing wheelbarrow might be good. Maybe changing hotkeys for in-play might be good. Maybe getting better might be good. Very helpful hints. And many more. Where do you rank the Max? Probably number 6 or something in the world. So Viper, Livery, MbL, Zero, Yo, then probably the Max. Third stable here, because the first one is going to go down. This is still open though, needs to wall something behind there. It goes for a house. I think stonewalling wouldn't be the worst thing here. MbL is going for the counter attack, doesn't really want to engage in that area. The Max cast age timing only slightly behind, guys. Although he built how many scouts? He still has 8 left, lost 1. So probably built 8 scouts compared to 4 scouts, and there's only 1 villager behind there. Oh no, look at that. Yeah, well, I will just assume the Max has a wheelbarrow. Rubenstock is now going for it. Light cav tag here, and they are going back. Scared of those knights. TC number 1 added for Nicov. Rubenstock is going back. He is not looking into castle age yet. Oh, 400 food only. That's quite low. MbL with the 23-minute castle age time. Rubenstock, he didn't lose a lot of villager with the first aggression. What about Vivi? I think Vivi is only good in 1v1 Arabia. Not good on other maps and not that good in team games. Don't get me wrong, he surely popped top 20, but I can't consider him top 5 if we add up everything. MbL doesn't shine in team games, he doesn't shine that much in non-Arabia, but he's just so dominant on 1v1 Arabia at the moment that we have to include him in the top 5 for sure as well. In fact, he has a problem with consistency? I don't think so. Okay. No, I've never seen Bekti having like heavy underperformances. It's a lot of knights now here from the Max moving forward, but fighting under 2 TCs not really an option. Big mass of units here from Rubenstock as well, but MbL might have a 2-minute timing. Let's take a look. Those 2 villagers might get snagged. Rubenstock is jumping under it. Not really jumping that much, but just snacking those 2 away. 1 and 2. Max stays aggressive. Is 5 villagers behind. Villager count a bit better for MbL at the top here. Second tower, Rubenstock in, well, some danger. But I think with the double tower, with the hill control, could even go for the very high hill. And yeah, it's going for that. We'll get the extra range and castle age as well. Might even with those numbers think about fighting this. But MbL's micro should just be so much better. Well, Rubenstock, not the micro master. Was trading off 4 against 2, which isn't the worst thing at the moment. He has the higher numbers and is just trying to buy time. Now 5-2 though. Shouldn't stay too open there. Make that maybe 6-2. Oh man, 6-2. Nice KD now for MbL after having all the losses from earlier. Not really nice KD, but nice micro sequence for sure. Did Dowd win any series in NSC2? Yes, he won 2 series, 2-3 in group stage, and then lost his quarterfinal against the Viper. He won against Fire and Jordan, I believe. Lost against TheMax+MbL and I think Tato. Didn't play Nicov in that tournament. Nice raid here from Nicov in the back. Rubenstock. Not with the greatest map, couldn't wall everything, and most of them saved. How many did go down? 1, 2, maybe only 2 losses. That's kind of okay. No moving through the center, but someone nice threatening. Oh, meanwhile, we have a big raid coming over here, and guys, I will spot more of this next week when we have Clash of the Hippo featuring Capture Age. Trying to see who has wheelbarrow, who doesn't. We will see fights a bit better, can distinguish colors a bit better as well, and yeah, we'll miss less raids. At least that's what I'm hoping for. NC2 was my favorite Age of Empires tournament to watch. Thanks, man. Tried my very best. Oh, that's a lot of Monka S coming forward here. 3 already, and well, he even added another stable, so 3 stable. Siege Workshop, MbL is now coming over, and MbL, well, he doesn't like monks, so let's see how well he can snipe those. Where do you see the biggest improvement? Oh, where do you see the biggest potential for improvement we will see in the future by top players? I think people will do more scanning. Like building more palisade gates all around the map. Especially like an imp. Just build 50 palisade walls around the whole map and you always have vision where the enemy army is. This is something I think quick walling will get even more out of hand than it is at the moment, because simply lag reduces, people get better. So if we don't get a change in gates, this will get even worse, quote unquote. And I think a lot of players aren't using MQ to the full potential as well. Like not MQing town centers, for example. And their in production is pretty sloppy as well when it comes to MQ usage. So I think those are kind of the improvement points that we will see in the future for sure. Good question. The meet and greet was really good too. Thanks guys. As I said, it was a lot of work and I'm very happy that it paid off and made so many of you happy. What were you thinking when Rubenstock told you that we wanted to sauna instead of playing on? You saw my reaction on stream, Felix. You know, I couldn't believe it. Like I thought he was trolling, and I thought it was a weird move. Oops. Right now a bit aggressive. Nicov, not with the highest military numbers. 46 military here for Rubenstock. He stays aggressive. MbL. Now adding some barracks. He is up to Imperial Age. 66 villagers for him. We need high knight numbers to counter those here in Castle Age. Otherwise, MbL will just smash everything. Let's take a look. 4 stables now. The aggression continues, but do we want to attack the Frank player or do we want to attack the Adsex player on this spot? MbL even going onto stone quite heavily. Has enough stone for the castle and will build it apparently very aggressively. Here at the front, Rubenstock builds another TC, which will be killed very shortly. And, well, more aggression towards the center here. Live? Yes! Oh, MbL, you're not microing ballistics, you can see that. Oh boy, welcome to 2019. Micro will get better as well. And I think melee fights are far away from being optimally handled as well. Like most of the time people are patrolling in at the moment, but I think it's more ideal to have like runners in melee fights as well. Like having one unit in the front, pull it back, patrol with the rest, pull it to the side and stuff. I think we will see some development on that one. Felix Aldi is not the overlay guy, no. Only sharing the first name. Rubenstock at 54 villagers. He will have some problems for sure. What's the uptiming here for the max? well, we'll wait for some more gold, but then we'll be fine. The Max even getting hit on that one. Uh-oh, this is going to be a big raid, but eagle numbers will be scary for sure. Not having the greatest eco at the moment. Cannot upgrade to lead eagle warriors. Still some crossmen around. That's a lot of knights. The Max, he needs to keep his knight numbers up. That's the only thing for Finland at the moment. And as we said earlier, this is the basically a 3-0 win must scenario for the Finns here after already losing 2 sets. Will be very tricky for them to still advance in a 4-team group. MbL will surely overrule Rubenstock. Yeah, that's not the question. The thing is, will he also overrun the Max? Rubenstock now attacking to longsword, man. Man at arms first. Market here, that looks like a 3TC build for now. Eagles are actually going back, trying to defend here. Crossmen are moving forward, getting some snipes in. TC under some pressure, and this is maybe the big engagement that the AM boys were waiting for. Knights now finishing +2. We only have +1 defense for Nicov, so the crossmen are still very efficient. Eagle upgrades are only +2 defense and no attack upgrades. 9 damage output here. Monks are getting sniped in the back. Nice movement here. Crossmen of MbL are going very aggressively as well. That was a nice fight for the Finns, I believe. The crossmen are still doing damage as well, as you can see. 7 damage output again as well. 6 defense, so it's only 1 damage for now. Rubenstock now taking to longsword man. Nicov is up to imp, and this was a good fight for the Finns. They're ahead by 45-50 population at the moment and continuing to push. Still very open here and forcing some idle units. Next castle, and maybe, just maybe, I don't want to sound too crazy, but isn't Axeman? No, we have to stay in Cavaliers. Sorry, brain fart. Axeman just not mobile enough, and well, they would be great against Eagles or Aztecs, but they wouldn't perform well enough against the surely upcoming Cavaliers from Nicov as well. Who's now adding barracks, so is he maybe going into Halberdiers? Maybe X-Men would be the best unit. If Nicov is... Look at that, he's transitioning away from the stable. No control over his gold spot. Number 1 and 2. Extra gold spot here in the back could help him if he sees it, and he does not. Cavalier upgrade will finish, maybe even before the fight ends here. Nice control, move back, +4 defense. Still not finished as well for the Max, so he's taking that engagement before all his upgrades finish. I think maybe started stepping back might have been the better option here. And, well, trying to get onto higher numbers. Rubenstock, this will be extremely rough for him to defend. Trap war now kind of started, or it's not really a trap war if only one person has traps, right? Okay, now the Max feels like it's time for an engagement. He could build some traps as well, put some pressure on Nicov, who went up imp in the back. TC is very open here at the side. The Max, kind of the guy who has to carry. Still not that many raids, and Rubenstock, he is kind of fine with longsword man here. With only very low upgraded Eagle Warriors, they perform okay-ish. Paladin tech now for the Max, and well, don't we all love teal Finnish paladins, guys? Now some over here, and Rubenstock, he looks to be out of stone. Can't really repair his castles. Also in the downhill area, Paladins trying to connect here, but splitting off, getting one trap, second trap at 50 HP. And Rubenstock, he is losing the buffer in front now. But well, those crossmen having the solid numbers. And maybe Rubenstock can hold this castle for now. You just need 2-3 more Paladins. Crossmen are trying to take that hill. Rubenstock, by the way, he boomed up from 50 pop to 96, and I think he didn't lose a lot of villagers in between that, because, well, how could he get to so high numbers? So MbL didn't use his eagles for any raidings here, as we can see, no dead bodies in the back. It was mainly used to defend Nicov. They wanted to go up for their team army composition. The Max, he cannot start the trap war. lacking gold for now. Now the potential fight here, waiting for Paladins, and then going for it is maybe the approach here of the Max. He's running away for now. Rubenstock now up to Imp as well. Paladin finally finishes, and then we surely will see an engagement. Not too much going on besides that. Some raids here in the back, but that is it. MBL trying to get some map control here at the side. Harbinger is now around. They could perform pretty well if Rubenstock is not having his crossman around, and the Max, he is running back home, trying to regroup with those Paladins. Rubenstock is out of position. He needs to go back. This is pretty rough. Longsword man not performing well against both of those. And the Max tacking for scale mail armor. This might be X-Men after all. Whew. Intense one. Paladin raid here at the side. It's getting very gold efficient or inefficient though for the Max. It's to stay on very high numbers in that area. Do they know about the other extra gold spots? Not about that one. Not about that one. Not about that one as well. Waiting for Arbalest now. Then with chemistry and bracer, you're back to 2 damage per shot. Throwing X-Men tag. Sometimes, guys, I surprise myself. Paladin camping on the hill, looks pretty solid. Traps are moving forward, killing the barracks. Oh, that's a lot of lost villagers. Oh, maybe Rubenstock pulled some back. Might have been an option as well. MbL now going for the map control here. Nicov did find the extra gold and is preparing some markets as well. Does MbL have arson? Well, we are not really attacking any buildings at the moment, so it's not that important. I didn't see it in the tag. Let's assume he does not. Trap is going down again. Paladins could go back. Throwing X-Men will be so good here, but don't want to sit under castles. They don't have the highest HP pool here with only 60. And while going down here, that is a pretty ugly one. Not a lot of traps used earlier from the Max. He lost his castle here, and whew. Chemistry now will finish, and then they maybe think they can take another engagement. Paladins debating in, and I think this is the engagement they can potentially take. Rubenstock is trying to make this back. Population still a bit better for the Finns, but the efficiency of the Garland Wars Eager Warriors, something we cannot underestimate. Harbinger is running over the map. Should do 0 after the Arbalists are focusing down on them. Now moved in a bit. 20 swordman tag as well. Rubenstock scale barding armor. That can't be the right one. Okay, he is actually going for it. Paladin's a bit too aggressive. Arbalest, oh, they're not helping out. This is a bad fight by the Max. That's not the one he was aiming for. Is he getting raided somewhere? No, I'm not sure where his focus is. Well, he's still winning it. And maybe I just misjudged the situation. Maybe they did kill a lot of the HP of those eagles down. The Arbalest on that hill just doing so much damage. Archery range count is really low now though, and well, next push through the center. X-Men numbers need to get higher. Paladins are well losing this one. Elite throwing X-Men should be so good against everything the Finns AM is offering now. Havadiers, as predicted, doing 0. All those Arbalests still left. Trade is starting here, and we are getting all the extra gold spots. That one is not spotted yet, but might be at some point. Rubenstock is building another TC, and now this is a big engagement here by MbL. I think this will be a horrible one for him. Enough 200 swordmen around and paladins in front. I think this will just get crushed. Arbalest not really getting focused down here. Left hand side, all the paladins died. Yeah, but all the eagle side as well. I think this was a horrible idea from MbL, trying to take against the hill with all the meat in front here for the Finns, and this might have been MbL throwing this game. Now he's down to pop 150. It's not looking great for Nicov either. He's getting pushed back here. No answer to the lead throwing X-Men. And the Max, he's repairing his castle, might even focus down those 2 traps. I think the Finns are starting their mission 3-0 with a good game number 1 here. And Arabia might be theirs at the moment. They're ahead by 60 population, killing the traps here in front. And Nicov has to tap out. Rubenstock on the Max with a solid Castle Age play here. Mass Knights. MbL didn't go for the raid, couldn't really find any damage. Was trying to clear up the army, but nice masses for the Max, and the Eagles weren't that efficient. Kind of have to question the strategy or the civilization choice a bit. Britons and Franks on paper just feel so much more natural than the Aztecs, but they are also scary. And if you just get the raid in, I would have said like Aztec clear choice if you get early imp. And well, couldn't do the damage. Nice defense here by the Max and Rubenstock, and they are leading this one 1-0. But didn't prepare my cheat. Nicov, not that many kills. Kind of the defense there with 31 buildings lost, and nice aggression by the Max there for sure. No trade really started. Mass extra gold for the Max. MbL had solid ones as well. Nicov lacking quite a bit. And well, truly an entertaining game with the MbL aggression. Interesting defense by Rubenstock there. I had a lot of questions that I saw but couldn't answer because the fighting started already. Crazy stuff. I don't even know how to retreat properly so that units won't line up while retreating. It's depending on the distance of how you click. So for example, if you click 10 tiles or less away, your army retreats this way. Maybe your army retreats this way. And if you click further than 10...
Australian loser here who never makes streams. Keep doing you and being a mad lad. I'd sub, but there isn't much point. Consider my yearly rations as payment instead. Nearly sell out, Nilla love.
I'm ironically bad. Thank you so much. I will have potential good stream times for you in June. So trying to make up for that. Thank you so much for your contribution and for your nice words. I will try to explain again. If you have, let's say, 8 units and you click 9 tiles away, your units will walk like this. If you click 11 tiles away, your units will walk like this. So if the enemy is here and you have like a scrambled army and click far away, they will regroup here. They can always attack and then you can go away. But if you have them here and you click them shortly, they will just get out of it a bit easier. Strategy advice by Nilly. So don't click too far away while retreating. Nimino! 25 a month!
Nilly being a mad lad. I think the world has gone mad.
I've been following your training with Terra. You look disappointed sometimes, but to be frank, the more you improved a lot versus Daniel. Well, look disappointed. It is. Obviously, I would love to be better. And actually, in like coaching number 2, I really tilted. And that's why after coaching number 2, I decided to never have chat on. And I'm not like really disappointed. I would love to be better. That's kind of obvious, right? And yeah, it is just an intense learning process, right? Here I'm like the chatty guy, doing bad puns and laughing about myself. but it's a bit different me when I'm like trying to heavily improve and try hard. So yeah, I'm still enjoying myself even during the coaching. Game number 2 will be Mongolia. We have Mayans+MbL, Slavs for Nicov. On the other side, we have the Max playing the Paladins. What a surprise. And Rubenstock, Ethiopians. No laming yet, and I can answer 2 more questions. Henley, missed you on German Monday. Were you on holiday? Yes, I should probably know it, but I tend to forget things. Yes. I was at NC LAN. It's, yeah, a meetup of 15 Age of Empires guys. We were 1 week in a house, played some Age of Empires and socialized a bit. It was very nice. Wow, thank you. Didn't know that. Such an old game and finding something new every day. That's true. What was your dream as a little nearly kid? Sports commentator for computer games. Like my dream job or my dreams? Like my dreams was like happy life for everyone and some idealistic crap. And my jobs were actually at one point sports commentator, then lawyer, and then from like 6th grade or more like from 8th grade on, I wanted to be a teacher, which I in the end became. And at some point, I thought about being a professional computer player. Uh-oh. Well, that's just trading off HP, right? Rubenstock? Oh boy. That was a nice debate. Getting full volley off here. Bam! Ring the bell! Bling bling! Okay, maybe a bit of an overreaction. And Emil loses eagle. Is there anything around to help him? Not really. No HP villagers, up in TC as well. And well, in the end, I'm not, well, when I became poker player, I think I wasn't like nearly kid anymore. Will the eagle die? I think he might even survive. Is Rubenstock committing here? I think he won't. Whoo. Okay. And another question that I missed? No. Isn't this a tournament where you can agree supposed to have a good and a bad civ per team? What? Not that I know of. Sorry if I do some mistakes in English. All good. Do you think that a player has a perfect gameplay on this game after 20 years? No one has a perfect gameplay. Viper is the best player and he is far away from perfect gameplay. Very far away. I think Hera is a very enjoyable coach. Agreed. He's calm, focused, and giving good hints. He would spare you also but hurt sometimes. One HP eagle and 1 HP villager. So absolutely on the edge of the game here. It's interesting how MBL always, or at least always, well, the last 2 games started walling the back first. Is Ethiopian a meta civilization? Yes, very much so. In the 2v2, they absolutely are. There you go, well, it could be up to 10, 15 HP or something again. What are we seeing here at the other side? Nicov, that looks like pop 20 scouts, and the Max is going for pop 20 scouts as well. Pretty solid starts from both of them. Rubenstock now clicking up, playing pop 22 here, 13 seconds of idle time. Are there some NC tournaments for 2K players coming up? None that I would organize. Wasn't there the Somos tournament? The Improvement Cup? So actually I think one just finished. A team game Improvement Cup tournament. Yeah. Ethiopians is the worst pocket civilization. I think Koreans are worse. That wasn't Somos, it was empathy. What is Somos organized then? Didn't he ask me for a tournament? MbL, not playing Fast Castle by the way. Fully walled, but still playing archers. Stable from Nicov. Stable from TheMax, kind of at the side. Interesting. Why Shotel spam never used as a strat? Shotels aren't that great. I think that's a unit that could really take a buff as well. Look at that. -2 sheep. And he has a lot of on wood here, Rubenstock. Normally you want to have 10 and he has 12 on wood. Archer range now coming, getting one hit extra food, 1 extra gold. Shuttle rates are awesome, but very uncommon. So, oh, that looks like me. Walling late. First scout is harassing me. Okay. Defending well. Doesn't look like me anymore. Oh, but more scouts are coming. And I'm losing HP unnecessarily. Looks like me. But I have more scouts to back it up. Doesn't look like me. Some quick wall attempts. Doesn't look like me. Escape channel casted it live. MbL did cast the records yesterday, and I think Jupe casted it as well. Finally, the first kill against the Eagle. Oh god, those walls again. Age of Wallpires here. It could actually be a map where you could have team walled. Walling this off, walling this off. And they would have been super fine. Some access now here at the side. Rubenstock asking where he can attack. MbL with the archer ranges more in the back here. And what's the next step? Spearmen now being produced. Some access trying to organize potential walls, I believe. Playing poker without HUD, like playing AoE without micro? No. Someone walls in the back, so everyone will wall himself, except Nicov, who plays it quite open and might get the double in his face now. Let's take a look where the archers, only 4 without any upgrades so far. Where's the blacksmith? Could be a normal summon, especially for Ethiopians. To go for it now. I'm a bit surprised. We aren't having any pressure here. MbL is coming over. What a great anticipation by MbL. He knows he is fine. Damage could be dealt to MbL, to Nicov, and he's just coming over, camping the hill. MbL, I think, just wall to be safe, and then they can double a bit more. Maybe thinking, okay, Ethiopian Eco, Mayans Crossman will carry us in Castle Age quite nicely. Let's make it a very defensive game. And as you can see, Nicov going for some walls, going for a defensive tower, camping at home. So far, only the Eagle Warrior of MbL went down. So, very limited losses. Oh, MbL could be caught off guard here. That's a nice catch. One archer instantly goes down without even firing a second bullet or arrow. Second down, and I think now TheMax needs to retreat. Oh, nice pick off. Rubenstock now moving forward. Was late with fletching. +1 defense now for Nicov. And he has bloodlines already as well. TheMax is going for bloodlines as well. And now going through. Archers only over here. Bloodlines will finish before we have the big fight. I wonder why he picked Ethiopians. Ethiopians are pretty much top tier in 2v2s. In 3v3 they're really bad because their pocket civilization is so bad, or their pocket play is so bad. But in 2v2 they are probably only slightly worse than Britons and Mayans. Like, the start is super solid. Oh, that's a lot of arrows. And plus one defense was cancelled by Nicov. I think he tanked it for at one point. Now taking the fight against the hill. Numbers should be better for MBL, but the hill advantage and the fire rate for the Ethiopian Rubenstock here should be really good for them. The scouts are moving around as well. Plus one defense for the max should finish here. And this was a horrible engagement by AM again. They are trying to make this group more interesting. As we said earlier, AM, they need to take at least one map here to secure themselves, I think, spot 2 or 3. I'm not sure about that. But, oh yeah, to secure themselves spot 3. If they win, they secure themselves spot 2, I believe. Maybe 1 or 2. Something like that. And, well, that was just blind. Look at that. Rubenstock KD, 13-1. And someone questioned the Ethiopian pick again. 13-1. That fire rate just out of the world. And, well, Nicov had a very open map. And I think going up that early didn't really make a lot of sense. Did have +1 defense on the way and did cancel it afterwards. And now heavily goes onto stone. Not very happy with how this is looking. Move the villagers from here away. And now sends more villagers. This is going to be a rough one. 3 archery ranges here from our Mayan player, though. Whew. What odds would you give somebody betting on Finland winning 3-0 against MbL Nicov? Before the series. Good one. Like 1-7? 1-8, something like that. I think that the underdogs. Yeah. I think something like 1-8 feels right. Yeah. How can Suomi advance? Winning 3-0 and Slam and Doubt are winning 3-0 later tonight. / today. Oh, archer rate coming over here as well. Oh, what? Why is he? Where is he going? Okay, probably tries to go for the woodline here. And this could just be committal, killing every single villager except the 5 in the tower. Might be an option. Oh, Nicov, he is in some troubles. Now moving away with his villagers. Yeah, he is Castle Age, is saving some villagers here. Those are some going down. Maybe Rubenstock is just running, tries to get some upgrades. We have MbL already in Castle Age and goes for 4 archery rangers. So he has a mission carrying the game. And let's see if he will be able to manage that. Scouts are now moving away. Lots of low HP villagers at 38 at the moment, but as we know, Nicov, he surely doesn't have bloodlines. And what? Triple stable tech here from the max. This kind of actually means that Rubenstock should maybe play triple archery range as well. And they're just trying to finish it in Castle Age here. Will be a rough one. We need to see +2 defense instantly. Some aggression here. Should be totally fine. Archers in the base of the max. Some at the side. Didn't find those two. Now they know of the crossbow numbers. Not going for the +2 defense. For now. 3 stable Huns. Night production. Could get out of hand pretty damn quickly. I think they're just massing up. They know they should have a small eco lead after they got the nice, beautiful raid in against Nicov here at those spots, who surely cannot have wheelbarrow. Rubenstock getting let in by his teammate. Now squeezes through this door and night numbers increasing. Still no second defense upgrade. Absolutely needed against MbL, who already has ballistics, is now at 29 military, but Rubenstock is sitting at 30 as well. He needs to unleash all those, and then they can take the big engagement. They now see the crossman in the back here. Rubenstock still without cartography, not the greatest vision. Now sending the rest over. They need to wait a bit more, 2 villagers around to repair that stable. I think that's not the greatest idea ever. The max still debating a bit. Lacking the +2 defense. Rubenstock now getting ballistics, so they're a bit late with their tech, but should still be fine. Crossman numbers are now dictating the game. MbL is going for thumbring as well. Something we cannot say for Rubenstock for now. Would you place Nicov in the top 10? Probably not. Like, he was number 6 in NAC, like, clearly, and then we have Mr. Yo, who's clearly better. The Max, who should be better. Oh, maybe number 10? Would be a close one. But let's take a look into that engagement. Dumping now for Rubenstock as well, and then the fire rate is getting really out of hand. Continues to patrol in MBL, so with some micro. Let's take a look. Rubenstock, I think maybe regrouping might be a good option. He's just blindly patrolling in and does some small damage. MBL now doing some split of his army, something I've never seen before. More crossbows are getting sent over. How's the night production looking? Look at that. 5? What? Are you kidding me? Nicov is playing 5 stables here with 47 villagers. Meanwhile, the Max, he is staying on 2 stables. Now at stable number 3. Nearby, hello.
So close. Go team Nilisana.
Nilisana. Rubenstock. He continues to push in 20 to 8 KD now. Villagers could maybe be snagged 1, 2 here. Could go down. Let's go for 1 for now. Crossman getting some snipes as well. The numbers for Rubenstock still pretty solid. Some raid potential in the back, but not really utilizing that for now. Going for the stables, but they see 5 stables. They know killing 2 stables of Nicov won't help them at all. MBL now up to Imp again. 53 villagers this time. Last time it was 66. He plays it with 1 TC. He wants to get onto Arbalest apparently. This means we need to see a big attack from Finland within the next 3-4 minutes to really keep those crossbowmen numbers down. Now some microing. I will answer the Arbalest number or the Arbalest question later. The 2000 of Nicov helping out. Yeah, he has some idols with that though. And Rubenstock, he's sitting at 100 food. He did add extra TCs. That's why they're so far ahead in the villager count. But they need to get some attacks done. Nicov is massing up his knights quite nicely to allow MBL to go for that replay. Now, some knights being sent off. Could find something here. Nicov is adding a TC at that spot though. At a very good timing. Surely. More crossmen being sent over. What a weird mining camp here. And it seems like no real fight happening for now. Only said that he noticed in something that Mayans players go rather mass archer than plumes in early imp. Do you agree? In his days? What? I don't really understand the question. Actually, I'd also like to see some proper best 21, the Max versus Viper. Max used 2 interesting stats in the Hidden Cup too. Could be interesting for sure. Imp now for MBL. Bracer and Arbalest being tagged. Do we see the jump of the Finns? It could trigger them to move in. Let's take a look. Crossmen here at the front. Knights not really taking the engagement. Some more raids in the back. Are getting some kills here. Not all villagers are actually getting into the TC. A bit surprising here. And they are moving back. Do they want to take the fight? Do they want to allow MBL to get his upgrades? More crossmen are being sent over here. Soon to be Arbalest. How the resources looking? Rubenstock can click up pretty soon. The Max as well. And they are just moving away. Obsidian arrows for MBL. Didn't even realize that he did afford a castle for himself. Oi. This could do quite some damage against the Max here. MBL is going for the Viper Troll strats, which actually seem to be kind of viable at the moment. Uh-oh, this intercepted as well. The Max is up, Rubenstock is up. They need to buy themselves some time. And TCs against that amount of Obsidian Arrow Arbalest, that TC might actually be in danger. With only 15% for now. The first one is going down, as you can see, quite quickly. Some raids here at the left-hand side. Rubenstock is trying to defend. Uh-oh, this is going to be a tricky one. Military counts. Look at that. 67 and 33 to 50 and 30. Will he focus on that TC? He is going to. I did tell you guys. Oh no, and he's not repairing. The Max will lose his Imp TC here against Obsidian, Arrow, Mass, Arbalest, and he did cancel Imp. So he knew what was up, but is there a new TC for him where he can take it? Not really, and he's just getting pushed back so heavily. MbL playing out of his mind here. Not getting pushed back heavily enough in Castle Age, and well, taking to Imp, and that TC is out of the question as well. MbL is trying to push TC after TC down. Rubenstock still not Imp, still cannot tag the Max. Well, as we saw, he is completely migrating. Look at this! Oh god, this should be the thumbnail for the series here for YouTube. And MbL, he's just moving forward. 80 military now for him, and can easily kill the next TC. This is top 5 player in the world for you guys. Doesn't even own any buildings. What a pleb. Look at the minimap, completely erased here. Doesn't really have the proper resources to go for new buildings. Now tags up to Imp and that back TC. Oh, building TCs for Imp tags now. Rubenstock's eco even that bad that he couldn't tag for Arbalest instantly. Will finish Bracer any second, and then he can take proper engagements, I believe so. 64 military for him. Going for some micro, but without Arbalest tag. That is kind of questionable. The Max, will he take this engagement as well? It looks like it is this one the deciding. Chemistry only now finishes, or only now started. Arbalest will finish in some seconds, and Rubenstock, he does not want to take this fight, or does he? Well, he tried to delay a bit, is now taking the fight from the hill. Army is not really coming over. Some raids over here, so armies are clashing everywhere against each other. The Knights of Nicov aren't doing anything against Arbalest with Bracer anymore, and Rubenstock is holding this here for his team. Overpopulation now 30 more for Nicov here compared to the Max, though, who might carry this one up to Imperial Age for himself as well. Plus for defense timing, pretty damn similar for both our archer players. This was nicely cleared up by Rubenstock, defending his gold spots here at the side, grouping up more. But MbL, he will just try to find another angle to engage, maybe towards the gold spot. 6 archery ranges here for our Ethiopian player. 4 archery ranges, and this should be way more for MbL, who is playing with MQ. But, as you can see, queuing up endless amounts. So 2 more archery ranges would really help him. Now another engagement. Rubenstock, does he want to take this one? Taking up to Impus, Mr. Nicov, and... oof. Oh god, this is so rough. Or is it? Rubenstock now adding some skirmishes. Pop 220 against Pop 230. But Imp will be the big difference. Time to breathe, guys. 10 more military. Oh, misclick here. Didn't open tune line. Eco isn't that great for MbL. That's a fight MbL cannot take against the hill and Ethiopian Arbalest. This is pretty bad for him. Loses some on the way back as well. But he's clearing this one up at the same time. It's a nice move there. The Max even... oh, he reached... ah, he reached him! Obviously. Okay, I'm a confused guy sometimes. Would love to see some trade started as well. Rubenstock is sending villagers over, so they are thinking about this for sure. Maybe some slinging could be an option as well. The Max getting the full sling now. Not 14, not 15, but 16 food sling. And another one. 100. Scenarios killing that siege workshop instantly. Oh, Knights are trying to get some damage done. Has +4 on those. Cavalier attack now as well. And Rubenstock keeps coming over. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Someone called out. This game started a bit early. And okay, no. 4 villagers down. And Rubenstock, well, he can still stay annoying. Military count for Nicov only at 24. So he cannot fight this properly. Skirmishes. Well, Rubenstock can be happy with those engagements then. If he had a bit higher numbers. For now, I think this isn't enough. Maybe 10 more skirms behind this could have been something he was looking for. trade setup. Still not where I want to see it, but the map is so open, raids so much an option for everyone that the spot might not have been there yet. Adding some more stables here is Mr. TheMax. Population for Rubenstock kind of dominating here. 180, the max at 85. Kind of obvious after getting that strong 116 foot sling. Defensive cast here by Rubenstock. Why are there no markets at the site? Castle most likely cancelled. Gold spot, stone spot, out of reach for Nicov at the moment. Score still better for AM, but I'm not sure if I agree with that too much. I think it comes down a lot to who sets up the trade a bit earlier. And there's no plumed arch attack for MBL. Has 2 castles, is building the 3rd one. So in the long run, he might go for it. But speaking of long runs, well, the game could end before this if something is going horribly wrong here. Cavalier numbers not that high for the max. Oh, and look at that confidence here by Nicov, already starting the castle before the fight even ends. And that's just smashing Rubenstock here. Abeles numbers are beautifully high for MBL. Cavalier numbers not that high for the max. And oh boy, Rubenstock got just smashed here. Now suddenly down to only 46 military, while MBL is sitting at a strong 62. Cavalier numbers for the max, well, not looking too bad here with 22, but having them in the fight could have really helped out as well. Skirmishers, well, nice against all the Abeles, but getting less efficient against all the Cavaliers here. And well, let's take a look how those engagements continue. MBL just playing mass Abelist. Scaring Nicov away for now. Some random sheep. No paladin check from either player. Slavs cannot get it. Hunts can afford it actually. Oh yeah, we see paladins now. Abelest in the center here as well, and this could maybe change those fights. Paladin Abelest against Cavalier Abelest. Well, I know who I would bet on. Finally, markets being set up. Trade amount 4 to 2. So not as high as I would love to see. That looks like 1 tile away from the edge of the map. Makes it kind of inefficient. What does he have? Res? Might be a sling. Let's take a look at slung resources here. We have an overall sling of Nicov sending 2.1k, Rubenstock sending 2k. So actually Nicov is slinging away. That's quite surprising to me. And that's not really the fight Rubenstock wants to take. Wants to go a bit further back, micros a bit, and we are just waiting for the paladin timing, and then we might see the big engagement here. Maybe the comeback. Look at that. Nicov and the max, kind of the guys who only attack. MBL and Rubenstock kind of already at their desired army composition. Some more raids here in the center. Defensive casters should deal with that, and paladin now finished. Time for the attack, and as we can see, moving forward now, the big patrol paladins. Oh, they could get a good engagement. Nicov is getting in front of this, but this should be so good for the max here. Go Suomi if you're a Suomi fan. And, well, Cavaliers are just melting under this. The max, he is getting to his signature unit, the Paladin. The move in here as well. Rubenstock with the patrol to force the fight. We have some more raids inside. Finally, MBL is taking to the lead plumed archers. Something I wanted to see quite some time ago. And those are some heavy raids. Rubenstock though at 124 villagers, so will be kind of fine for now. Nicov is attacking to Halberdier as well, and then Plumed Archer against Plumed Archer Halberdier against Arbalest Paladin. Still the better army composition and the more mobile one, potentially, for the Finns. Lots of paladins being lost here. The disengagement not that pretty. Another raid through the center, but Rubenstock was ready to deflect that. Oh boy, but MBL, he's staying active. Pop 130 for the max. That's a big problem. Yeah, they gained a lot of map control, but how is gold looking? Not too great for them. There was one extra gold spot here. Taken, okay. Getting that gold. Not getting that gold anymore. No control over that in the center, and that's a big army here. 80 military for MbL again. He is raiding everywhere. Intercepting the starting of the trade. Skirm numbers now for Rubenstock, kind of the only answer that he has to this massive amount of MbL army. Paladins are, well, a good unit to do some clearing up as well. Those skirms going to the left hand side. Trade cut is microed back. Rubenstock might lose his one though. Villagers being sent to the gold, and he needs to wall off that area. Did start here, kind of disappointed that he didn't go for that wall. Paladins are doing the clear up job here quite nicely. Army needs to go back. And Nicov, well, he's now taken to Dracaena halberdiers. Okay, and he will continue pressuring the Max, who cannot defend himself. So Rubenstock always needs to have some army over there staying active. Skirms coming over. Trade card amount for Nicov at 24. The only guy who is getting onto reasonable numbers. 18 combined for the Finns here. 53 minutes. A great game number 2 here. After game number 1 already didn't disappoint. Happy with this one. MbL 25 idols can easily happen if a gold spot runs out, and well, some idle villages on the here, a waypoint or something. Yes. The Finns are stabilizing, but Nicov is going for the big army transition. Onager halberdier. Skirms, not the prettiest unit either. Parents around. Am I missing any other engagements? Not really at the moment. Nicov taking for siege engineers. We have an axe. Army is moving forward. Some rams around. Siege needs to be added from Rubenstock. The only civilization that has every single siege unit out of the siege workshop. Today you learned. Isn't Boya an option for Nicov now? Well, Boyas would be great against Paladins. Okay-ish against Arbalest. Question is, does he have enough castles? For now he has only 1. That's not great. Skirm's doing 1 damage against a Cavalier. Not the greatest unit he wants to go for. Both Finns heavily struggling getting onto reasonable numbers. MbL sitting at his strong 76 military. Nicov wants to get onto higher military numbers. Going for fortified walls. Want to control the whole map. Carter helping out from the left hand side here. Snacking 1 plume. Max going for some advancements here at the right hand side. Won't really happen. Siege workshop now. Maybe they can get a go into the trade. For now, kind of unprotected. Rubenstock still holding that area. Now increased his Arbalest numbers to fight those Cavaliers a bit better. But Plumed Archers are still moving forward. Skirmishes here to defend though. MbL now going for the Eagle tag as well. Well, that will be great against Rubenstock's army, not that great against Paladins, as we saw before on the Arabia game there. And, well, that's an okay-ish engagement, I believe, for... I don't really know. Paladins are going down, but Plumed Archers are going down as well. I think longer this might be better for Rubenstock, kind of pushing this one back. But, well, the big problem is that the Max simply isn't getting onto the high numbers at the moment. How is the trade looking? For markets not really producing, although he is only at 16 trade cards. Really needs to invest into this. As Otak now for Nicov as well, and then gets really tricky for Rubenstock. Needs to be super aware of all spots now. Paladins snacking Onager number 1, Onager number 2, Onager number 3 could do some damage though. No. Rubenstock way too aware of that. Skirms staying active in the center though. And Onager could be a good hit here. And this was one solid one. Snacking like 8 skirmishes or something. Not the most important unit in the game though. Higher trade indeed for Nicov. He's 30 ahead. All the other 3 players are at 16 for now. Defensive cast here for Rubenstock could help out quite a bit. Eagle numbers now good enough that the Paladins aren't enough to defend this. Rubenstock is having quite some problems here. Can he hold that hill? Will be really important for his whole defense. Now the attack at the left hand side. Ramgo here. Oh, all the Arbalists will snag those Halberdiers. Defensive castle at the moment. There's not a lot of army coming over. Or let me take a look at the mini-map. Well, there's some production running over here, but the castle might die regardless. Arbalest could just dive under the markets here, and uh-oh, this could be troublesome. Engagement over here stopped, so great defense here by Rubenstock for sure. And those are more rams. Maybe they can kill the trade. Maybe Finland can finish this game by a weird side attack move that we didn't see coming. Fortified wall now by Rubenstock as well. He knows he needs to defend. Goes for some attacks here. Eats some big shots. Oh boy, this is unmicroable for him. He needs to tack onto bombard cannons or something himself. Castle went down. Trade card numbers are now plummeting as well. And suddenly the trade isn't looking too bad for Finland anymore, and the go was just too late. The plumed archers are coming over, but they're taking so much time. Rams are still around, more stables being added as well, and look at that, they didn't delete the market. I think this is the spot where deleting the markets could have been absolutely the better option, because every single trade card now getting into that area of the map is simply dying here. Pushing in the center, not that important, and well, population suddenly even. Paladin still trying to hold that area. More trade cards. Actually even able to drop some off. He should really focus down all the trade cards. It's more important than trying to fight some eagles down now. Whew. 13 and 35. So trade card amount evened out. Was that enough for the Finns? I thought this might have been the finishing blow, but it wasn't. They're just moving around. Nice defense here, but this should give some breathing room in the center. Now some counterattack here from MbL. Big armies here from Rubenstock, but both splitting away. Look at that. Squeezing through the center here is MbL's army. We have, oh, 2 Arbalists. Oh, 1 Arbalest, 1 Skirmisher. No idea how they got there. Can we see some quick walls here? There are a lot of villagers around. Rubenstock is going for it. Siege workshop here. Stable. Stable. And yeah, they will intercept this. Arbalest around as well. Rubenstock, does he have something here? Well, yes, some army to intercept it as well. And well, that raid is stopped. Rubenstock, you can see even blocking that area off, and that's a lot of army for Rubenstock as well. 90 military for him. Now taking 4 inches as well. That right hand side forward base of Rubenstock is cleared up as well. And now it's the time where I think Rubenstock should just go for full sling and get the max onto pop 200 as well. Trade setup. Now 61 to 54. Can all agree that sounds pretty even. As O shots, killing an own villager. Ba-dum! Some quick raids here by MbL. Lovely move there for sure. Up from the archers here, trying to get some raids in. Paladins, not sure if those are enough, especially if we have the Halberdiers coming over. For now, they're killing quite a lot of plumes though, being way too open, and I think with some more reinforcements, I think the max should be able to clear this up. Maybe not the best cost efficiency here, but in the end, surely enough. And well, Rubenstock, he needs to tack onto more siege. This, yeah, okay, well, Rubenstock's army will deal with that quite nicely. Just a shame that Rubenstock isn't getting enough gold on his own hands to get the max up to pop limit as well. Who's sitting at 4k food? And now Rubenstock, he's having problems when it comes to mobility. Solid onager shot here in the back. Second one, not connecting that well. Oh well. Good one. Oh. Do you know sneaky guys? Where's my Mission Impossible soundtrack? Bim, dim, bim. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Bum. Or something like this. I'm so bad at singing. Opa! Opa! I was only attacking the front row. Next attack over here. We don't have a lot of rams though. So those have to retreat. And, well, eagles are instantly there to intercept. So that basically didn't happen. Ethan Hunt is dead. SO tag now for Rubenstock as well. And, well, this series clearly looks great so far. Game number 1 and number 2 really delivering. Population basically even for both teams here. Villager count somewhat even as well. Trade amount is, well, getting into very similar directions as well. A bit more for the Finns now. Army, oi, 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 oi. Whew, I'm a nervous guy. Rubenstock has 3 castles, so torsion engines might be an option for him as well. And this is a spot where Shotels suddenly become viable. Against SO Halberdier, Eagle Warriors. Huh. I love your humor and your singing. Mom, did you make another Twitch account again? I think no one ever said that except my mother. Are you gonna give me a heart attack someday? Maybe you should go for your daily doses of Bob Ross videos. Rubenstock still not having the best ideas of what to do with his army. Torsion engine, by the way, finished here. She didn't mean it. I'm sad now. Okay, I'm not that sad. Oh, Paladins are going at a pretty unfortunate timing. Bot can arrow by the max, maybe get some damage out of his castles now. I think the castle will fall, but they will clear up the army. Move here at the left hand side, well, not with the Rubenstock. He is Mr. Stonewall himself. Oh, that's a lot of stuff here, and all the SO died apparently. Rubenstock, you need to send villagers over to repair, doesn't have enough stone. Stone price at the moment is at 164, so actually quite cheap. And Paladins are fighting off the eagle numbers for now, but the second wave of eagles could be pretty strong because the Paladins will die meanwhile. And, well, those villagers were actually here to build a gate, not to repair the castle. That means the castle will fall and the push of AM continues here. Paladins actually getting the mobility card played here for now. No ram go at the left hand side. Harvest and skirm numbers okay-ish, but just one SO shot away from dropping 40 population. Let's take a look. Oh, nice ground attack by Rubenstock. And trust me, he's so active and so good with those. I played a lot of late imp games with him, and he enjoys delivering some nice ground attacks. Where did the SO go? Did he pull it back? Looks like it. Paladin. Feels like the strongest unit, and what an uphill hit there. But the SO died beforehand, and the full splash damage. Torsion engines at its best here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Rubenstock getting the kills in here, and that was a lot of plumes going down. TheMax++'s population isn't looking that scary here, and he's getting pushed away from that hill. And I just wanted to say, I think Paladin is the potentially game-deciding unit here. Just so efficient, you can raid everywhere, you can snipe SO, you fight okay against Eagle, Plume compositions. Onagers can help you out as well, and I just feel maybe Big Sling into mass Paladins might be an option. For now, 40 military for our Han player. And now he's even going for the sling upgrades. Oh, but torsion engine's now so good in the back here as well already. Look at that, how far they're doing damage. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, you have to love those Ethiopians. And people are asking if they are meta. Some goes here at the left hand side. I think they should really spread AM thin now. Oh, some paladins made it in. Not sure from where. Some annoying here in the center, but everything else is wall. That looked like a lot of tried quick walls. First and second row. Paladin push now here. SOs need to be sniped down, and then the army of Rubenstock is becoming quite nice. 2 SOs went down, make that 3. Fourth one is getting attacked now, should potentially go down. How many hits do we need? 4 hits. And, well, dealing with it. Rubenstock now coming with SO from this side as well. Siege engineers and chemistry for him. No chemistry for Nicov, who's now attacking for Elite Boya as well. So, yeah. Thing I said about Paladin being the mobile strong unit, you can say the same for the Boyas that maybe are a bit weaker against Plumes, but clearly better against the Paladins. And we obviously don't have Plumes, so are blessed for Rubenstock. Time to breathe a bit. Tough to say how the fight in the center will go. So moving forward, ground attacks miss. Can he get another row of ground attacks in? Yes, he can. That's it for now. Traps are looking like they're going down. Yeah, both of them. Maybe some... Oh, those paladins could just clear up all the traps. Big over here, but lacking siege, so not the biggest go. And Boya actually 6 defense too. So yeah, 4 more melee, 1 less pierce armor. So many SOs going down, but also so many SOs getting more shots in. Oh boy, dropping down to pop 150's Rubenstock now. Getting pushed in here as well. His SOs are getting sniped as well. We have Guild's tag, and well, this is a game that delivers in in-play. So many paladins prepared. Do we have... That looks like an SO cut, guys. This is an SO cut. We have the cut in here and then all the paladins. But having all the paladins there at the side means they're lacking the paladins at the front. 70 military, finally the numbers we want to see from Rubenstock. He's sending more of his villagers over. The SO. The cut needs to be quick. Do we have a second layer behind this? Yeah, but with palisade walls and holes and idle villagers. So not the most important thing. And maybe AM is thinking, okay, this is looking pretty solid over here. We are pushing quite nicely. And, well, we can agree that they're pushing nicely. That's mainly due to a lot of army left over here and instantly spotted by MBL. Paladin tech. Now going through. Where do we have some walls behind? Nothing. Is he sending army back? He's sending out more army to the front. Was that an X from Rubenstock? Might have been. Might have been. This might be unspotted still. Now some quick walls behind this. There's a lot of palisade walls though. Rubenstock maybe just attacks the palisade walls. Might be an option. Quick walls by MBL. He's so good at this. And this might just be stopped here. Some stone walls in the front. Could still go for that one palisade wall. Maybe some over here. Nice quick walls by MBL. Fight meanwhile here. Not really happening. SO didn't get the kill in. And... like this is stopped. No, it's open. It's broken. MBL, it was really tough to get the walls in everywhere. And we have some raids here. SOs are moving forward as well. MBL with some problems. Boyas are now coming over with some cavaliers to go into the trade. Rubenstock, he is attacking, I believe, into Shotels. At least that's what it looked like. Gets the +2 defense for his infantry. Not a lot of paladins actually made it into the trade. Now you want to click on defensive stand ground and patrol them there. Next engagement, well, only small ones over here apparently. Whittling those down, Arbalest SO. It is tough to engage into those. And next big trade rate. Trade number for now, we are looking at 101. So even if they lose 20-30, that's kind of okay for them in the long run. Boyars. Oh, they're taking some damage from Arbalest. Next over here, and that means a lot of breathing room for the Finns. That's a lot of SO from Rubenstock as well. Tries to play his civilization to full potential. Siege Workshop here at the side. Could go for some more Arbalest. Trade numbers didn't drop that much. As you can see, AM even overproduced. So they have higher trade number than before the raid. All that go for nothing. And we see the shoulders. Mainly against Eagles though. And maybe at the right hand side. Some help. Because they won't perform well against Boyas, they will just do like nothing at all. And against Plumes they aren't great either. So maybe just for Rubenstock to have some meat himself and not always rely on the Paladin production of the Max. Next go here, more Rams as well. Rubenstock will lose that Siege Workshop. And MbL just want to check his population. He's at still pop 180. I felt like he could have maybe dropped here, but he didn't. Continue to advance here. Pikeman tech now for MbL. Wants to have a counter to the Paladins here finally. Doesn't like how few Boyas are being sent over. Ram go now through the center. Shotels are around. They could still help out quite a bit here. For now, the Arbalists are doing the job alone after the 3 Paladins died. Shotels, well, they're more the observers. Ram going out through the center. That will be a lot of damage against the castle. Fourth Ram doesn't really know what to do with its life. Tracking now and elite shoulder for Rubenstock, so he is indeed going for the full tech switch here. Nice attack, and well, those walls only at 1.2k HP now. This looks like the Finns are pushing into it, and as we said several times now, 3-0 is needed for them. So can they get the attacks in they did before? Seems like Rubenstock is aware and his mic showing back. More Paladins moving over and Shodels plus 2 defense. 18 damage output from themselves. And well, only 15 HP. So would die to single SO shot. Rubenstock going for some splits. That is cleared up at the left hand side. 2 relics lost. Not the most important thing if you're sitting at 47 trade cards anyways with millions. Pop 200 still for MbL. Nicov is at pop 160. The max 10 more than that. Rubenstock maxed out. Time for a small pause. Time for a small moment to take a breath. Military count for Nicov only at 29 at the moment. The max at 52. Rally count, actually all were picked up at one point. Something you don't see too often in team games. Finland seems to have a better trade. Well, it's not super efficient here. It's somewhat clean. It's somewhat clean. I don't mind it too much. Trade numbers are a bit higher. Rubenstock, 1k gold. The max, good gold. MbL at the limit with gold. And Nicov, well, he has enough. Could send some castle being built here. Could the castle be destroyed? I think he cancelled it. 819 stones still left. I think he cancelled it, but oh boy, was that a risky move. That's a lot of Paladins moving forward here, and the traps are doing work from behind as well. Rubenstock absolutely at the limit with all his resources. The Max, meanwhile, he's trying to keep up his production as well. Rubenstock, he's pushing in. Maybe this is the kill spot. Next SO is dying. Boyars here, still good against the Paladins. Not that great if we have mass Arbalest behind that. Plus 4 defense finally for those shotels. Maybe even attack upgrades could be more important. That was a big shot apparently. Sorry for missing that. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Next go here at the left hand side. Maybe that explains why Rubenstock dropped in population so heavily. Nothing else going on in the minimap. All our focus can be on this very center area. I'll go over here. Just some access. Oh boy, this is the big engagement that AM, if they lose it, I think gets them out of the game. I think this is looking really rough for them. Traps here, yeah, they are doing some work against the castle, but I think this was not the engagement they were looking for. And now the Paladin and Arbalest are pushing forward. This might be the very good game advancing fight here for the Finns. Score is still 2k higher for AM, but how would that even matter at this point if you can keep pop limit and MBL is dropping? Rubenstock taking the faster production for his elite shotels, then they kind of instantly produce. I would think it's like 6 seconds or something. So the spam of shotels will just be enormous, even if you only have 3 castles, which is quite fine to begin with. Rubenstock 185 wants to continue pushing. Some more siege workshop in the center, exactly what I want to see. 81 military for him. The M's kind of at 50. Ram go here at the side. Unspotted, or is it? No, Paladins are around to deal with it. The Paladin's not really the unit you want to send into Ram as Ogo. Let's take a look at the shoulder production, if there is one. Not really for now. Arbalest still around and doing their work from behind. Now paying some resources to the max. Market is going down. This will idle some of the trade cards. I think Rubenstock is spreading his trade cards. At least he should. MbL trying to get a defensive castle up here. Will get it. Not a lot of siege around at the moment for Rubenstock. Look at all those gates from the Nicov here. Trying to get the quick walls in earlier. And MbL, he's down to pop 1 in 15. Look at that. All his army that is getting produced is getting sniped instantly by all the Arbalest masses at the moment. Trap numbers need to be increased by Rubenstock, or maybe the Ram numbers. He's trying to go for Ram SO. Meanwhile, the push at the right hand side, well, didn't really look like a lot of potential to begin with. Nicov at pop 170. MbL is pop 150. The Finns still trying to finish this game. Another SO shot, 75 damage here, and the massive amount of splash damage as well. How can he micro this one? Gets a shot from below and still dies. Okay. Trying to finish the game. Haha. Yeah. Paladins. Maybe trying to find a better angle. Cliff bonus is only down. Yeah. You're right. Hero CA mixed in as well. Arbalest. Well, they're kind of open now. Without any shotels. MbL 150. Everyone else kind of maxed out at the moment. Going for another castle. MbL still not housed. Did he rebuild some houses somewhere? Not sure. Trade looking very healthy for both sides. So didn't get the shot in. Some moving forward. MbL doesn't really have a good answer to all that army. Needs some help from Nicov, who is very mobile with that siege halberdier composition. He's going for the bigger push. Maybe MbL needed some barracks on the other side, but what could he have done? Not too much against the Huns, I believe. Rubenstock's just an absolute beast in those imp scenarios, and well, now we have the move in with all those rams. I think a lot of the production of MbL will fall as well. He is even struggling to keep pop 150 alive. University by MbL here, maybe for some quick walling. MbL is trying to take control over that hill. At the moment 59 villagers for him, only 42 military from a Marian player. Those are the spots where he actually wants to have like 80, 90, maybe even 100 or something, but cannot keep up those numbers for now. Castle finished, that's why he didn't drop in any population for now. Shotels only lacking the last attack upgrade. Snipe against the SO aren't really happening. He did do some... I hit a try bit. Max is actually a pretty good deathmatch player as well, yeah. I think his deathmatch nick was anti-market. I think so. Played some team games. The start wasn't good, but after that he was pretty scary. Kind of most RMers, right? Top RMS. Okay. Harvest. Well, they're in some danger, and suddenly, well, they're getting pushed back here. Where is the army of... Okay, losing like 9, 10 arbalists maybe. So numbers are getting higher. Military count is pretty scary here at the right-hand side. But there is no, like, building killing siege. No traps, no siege workshops. Tracking that late for MBL. Oh god, that's really bad. Not hentai, anti. Ah, it's an anti-market troop. Yeah, well, maybe on RM. But the DM was used by Rubenstock. At least that's what I thought. By TheMax. At least that's what I thought. But I might be wrong as well. Ah, okay. That makes sense. +5 for every military building. A Slav bonus. Oh. Thanks for reminding me on that. Max getting another castle up here. Could have also made an argument to going for going Tarkins here at the left-hand side. Right, Harbinger numbers aren't that scary. Harvest numbers are scary. Shorter numbers are solid. Next ram go. I'll finish that. We need a lot of traps now. How much wood is left? Okay, let's take a look at the side. Rubenstock still has a lot of control. Sorry for the fast scrolling, guys. And okay, some center wood here. We still have enough wood left here. MBL has some in the back as well. So wood is not an issue yet. It's better plumes or Ethiopian obelisk? Probably plumes. Mobility is a big factor. You have some more HP, 65 to 40. I think you have one less, like you have less damage output, I believe, right? Oh, that's a lot of boyas as well. Max has no wood. Well, he doesn't need that much, right? Let's go for more paladin production, though. No good answer here at the moment from TheMax against all the Harbidiers and with Georgina. Well, they are doing some work. Some obelisks being sent over to snipe those. SO, are they trying to take this fight? Well, goes for the big overkill for now. Tough to see what is going on now and where the next attacks and moves are coming from. None of these civilizations have bomber towers. Finns pop 200, AM 150, 150 without any big fights. Oof, losing 20 there. Shuttle. What did I tell you about the Sholo production? This is not fast speed, guys. You're not fast forwarding. This is the real time how they produce. I can even increase the speed even further. See that? You can actually increase the speed of production as a spectator. It's kind of a cheat, but I think with one shuttle that's fine. Don't want to influence the game too much. Okay, maybe another one. Okay, enough. Okay, that's enough for the hold for now. And we can take a look at the other side. Traps moving forward. Nice SO numbers. Arbalest here as well. Oh, Paladin's not taking the prettiest engagement ever. SO dealing the damage and not getting sniped down. This one will be stopped again. Nice sniping by Nicov+MbL, going for coinage now. The casual 1 hour 50-minute coinage. Oh yes, this game is already going on for so incredibly long because those teams refuse to die. After the big trade rates, the game continues. After the max, remember guys, this is the game where the max had 0 TCs and lost his TC while taking imp. And then ran with 70 or 50 villagers without anything else. Counter attack, ground attack! Oh no. Marky boy, cheers! Nicov now for the first time isn't really here with all the population. All the numbers, 160. Boya production still okayish though. Arbalest numbers are looking a bit better now after the second group is arriving. But maybe the first group is dying. Max buying some stone. Let's take a look at market prices. Wood is at 180. So players are actually buying wood already. Although we still have some reasonable spots. No one without guilds should ever buy now. Somi has military and AM trade line. Did I miss something? Well, we had minimal rates here. 4 trade cuts, 5 trade cuts died. Why Boyas? Well, they perform well against paladins. Boyas have 6 melee defense, or 9 in total. So, you're only doing... Rubenstock! Oh no, he was focusing on the other side and losing a lot of Arbalest here. Now needs to retreat. Bob 200 for him. Yeah, we have the big go here through the center. Are they maybe going for one big push again? Doesn't really look like it. Oh man. Just the lack of siege, just the lack of traps. Trying to go back again. Arbalest numbers, not that crazy. Has to produce some more. Goes for some more of the SO. And maybe a push through the center. Oh yeah, this is open. This could be another trade go. Let's take a look if Nicov is taking care of that. Both SOs getting sniped down, and the Maxi's going for the trade rate again. Meanwhile, all the shoulders at the front died here. That means we need more shoulders from the left hand side. Sounds reasonable. And oh boy, unleashing those here at the side. Shoulder numbers now pretty scary. And Paladin go. Let's take a look at trade numbers again. We are looking at nearly matched as 110 trade cards. Let's take a look how this is looking afterwards. Castle is falling off the max though. Tries to get another castle up in the back. Stone count is at 223. So not the highest in the world. And traders, well, 1.5, 2 screens away. Paladin's now on the trade, but look at that. MBL, he is able to clear this up, and Rubenstock is not advancing. I think if you have a trade go like this, it doesn't hurt to have like 4 traps already prepared, because then Rubenstock can just unpack here and pressure all the castles and gain some ground. Because now, you're not gaining that much from it. It's a nice move, worked out okay-ish, but could have been better. Some boys getting sniped down. It's so funny now to see like something like Bosaw or ballistics. Although ballistics, people would have already noticed that. Whew. Will next series start after this one, or it's 18 GMT fix? 16 GMT. And I think I will cast this series till the end. And then we jump into the other one if they start on time, which I don't hope. Trap numbers finally getting to a reasonable number, being 3, but then getting pushed back. Oh, SO shots though. SO shot, no, killing their own traps. I did underestimate. Oh, killing the own paladins. Did underestimate the splash damage here. Was a bit to the side, but well, 6 SOs with the bigger splash damage, killing all of those. Dauta, delay your series an hour, please. Thanks. Or 2. They did actually start in time, but well, we had a pretty solid game number 1 and a wild game number 2 now. And well, as those are moving forward, or actually they're moving backwards, they wanted to move forward. Traps are moving forward. And now solo production, let's help out Rubenstock with this production a bit more. And okay, now we have some more shoulders. Okay, wood becomes really important apparently. We have some axes here. Rubenstock actually axing those wood lines, so they know what's up. Seeing the wood amount at 182, so no one bought since I gave you an update last time. How do the players feel when they're playing those long games? Are they frustrated, annoyed? Depends on the players. There's some players that don't like it at all, some are exhausted, some can absolutely take it and aren't influenced by it a lot. Trapper left hand side getting sniped, some paladins to protect, SO numbers are dwindling, but still 4 scary traps left. Next go here, castle could get attacked, there's not a lot of stuff around. SO numbers going down to probably 0 even. Here at the front. Oh, 1 will survive. Going back. Next move here. Just in time for an okay SO shot. And a second one. SO going down though. Yeah, 11 PM in Vietnam. They probably shouldn't delay. Honestly. Like for their sake. For our sake, it would be perfect if they delayed a bit more. But I wouldn't advise it. Castle is going down, putting MbL down to 2 castles. And MbL tries to re-wall, but C-Tram will just take care of those walls. Ooh, next go here at the right hand side. Ram trying to sneak through. Another goes through the center. What's going on? Suddenly I'm getting a bit scared. Clash of the Hippo next week. If I have more of those games, completely destroy my schedule, but well. That's something that could always happen. I think people don't mind games like those. Big army in the center, but siege is lacking. Some more wood lines. They know that that's the last wood left. Oh! Rubenstock actually overchopped. Next go here at the left hand side. My money is on Finland. Rubenstock camping that center area. Okay, going for the gate. Behind that it's open again. Maybe this time with the Arbalest. Ooh, big race here against the villagers in the center. Left hand side, everything seems to be cleared up, and Warriors are going down. Paladins of Rubenstock as well, though, so cutting this won't help them too much. It won't be that scary. Left-hand side, this one is kind of stopped. Paladin numbers are good enough. Halberdiers are pressuring a bit. We have some more goals here. The max is actually walling in the spot where Rubenstock should. That raid is cleared up as well. Next go through the centers. Hodls are super bad against Boyas. We have to rely on the Arbalest to dealing all the damage. Pop 160 for Nicov. What's his limitation? Not resources, it's macro. 3 castles for him, goes up to 4. Not too sure about that castle. Yeah, it's protecting a lot of wood, but it is known. I think it will get sniped, but also could get sniped as Rubenstock's Arbalest numbers. Well, lost a handful. But 2SO going down for... as a trade. Lots of army here, but only 1 trap. We get sniped, and then the push from that side stops. I think Nicov people have problems. Villager count, highest now 55 on the field. Trade amount, lowest 46. MbL just gave a lot of wood to Nicov, who is, what? Sitting at 4.5k. Oh man, and MbL has no wood at all. Okay, now some gold back. Trap going down. I think the max could just go back, but I don't really see too many halberdiers, so just staying here isn't the worst thing either. Next push here, kind of stopped, and well, this could be the most important area. 2 hours, 8 minutes in, and it all comes down to the wood line here. Let's take a look. Where do we have still wood? I'm trying to scroll around, and well, that's one left wood line, and that's some wood line left. Yeah, so this is the only wood line left for AM here, and that's why they're focusing so heavily. But the castle didn't do much when it comes to buying time for themselves. Go at the left hand side isn't fast enough since MbL is getting his trap sniped over and over again. Beautiful team play, and AM and Finland are basically having the same score now. Every single SO shot could change the point leader here. And oh, now patrolling in. Can we see some big bada booms? Not really. For now, Nicov, pop 150. Wants to keep up the production. Not queuing enough here. Has the resources. Doesn't get them on the map. Ooh, sneaked SO around from that side. And now 3 traps should do some job against Rubenstock, who is trying to go over there. Has a nice amount of arbalests here. Are those enough though? Against Eagles, not too great, and the SO are getting super scary. They just wanted to repair, but a bit late. SO are now moving forward to have some SO flanking from the right hand side. Not really happening, and Rubenstock, he needs to micro back. Where are the paladin numbers of the max? I'm trying to look at the mini map. He has a lot of them here at home, but only at pop 160. So maybe better waypoints could really be beneficial for the max. Something... Oh, Boyas now from the side. Can we see some ground attacks? Not really happening. Arbalest though on the hill should be kind of fine. SO dealing some damage. 3 for 1 trade and getting some low HP on the 4th one. Flank from the right hand side that I wanted to see a bit earlier. Coming in now at the front. Can he get some hits in? Arbalest are very clumped up, but the other kill here, Rubenstock, so great with his timings and does the damage against the plumes there. Pop 140 only for Nicov. He is struggling so heavily to keep his production up. MbL paying another 2k wood, but Nicov actually, that's not the problem for him. Food, please. Indeed, food is the problem. Another castle at that spot. Stone price now at 280. Food at 160. Wood at 234. As you can see at the site. Paladin's clearing up that go from MBL at the side. Nicov. Solid Boya numbers again. Down to 38 villagers. Isn't really replenishing his losses. Do we have more traps here for MBL? Yes, we do. Clearing out the left hand side. This is the max. Sitting at 65 military, 90 for Rubenstock, 80 and 50 on the other side. Arbalest are moving forward, getting some damage done. Well, I think it's like 2 damage they deal against an eagle or something. I think so. What a sick fire rate by the Ethiopian Arbalest. Micro back continues. Rubenstock. He knows that every eagle he kills now is actually quite solid. Because it costs food. Food needs to be bought. Some safe ground attacks here as well. Not the biggest units, but perfect placement. And killing halberdiers now. Costs food and wood. Kind of one of the worst units you can build now. I think paladins and eagles are becoming the best units in those scenarios. He's not building the castle on top of the hill. It's on top of the hill. So you're getting the hill advantage. He simply doesn't want to build it too far forward, because then the traps can attack from here instead of here and are less exposed. SO is now going forward. Let's take a look. Where are the SO shots landing? Into the own paladins to begin with. Not enough. It's simply the lack of traps all game long from Rubenstock. That's why they're not advancing at those spots. Paladin's now moving forward. No, he's going back. Doesn't really want to take this engagement. Arbalest could come over, help some out. And at the moment, Rubenstock is not losing army. That's why he's not getting the trap production out there. And finally, he's losing some. Nice ground attack here. Killed, well, 8 eagles and the gate there. Getting a bit more control over. And why are we not having more traps? Why not rams? Look at the resources as well from Rubenstock. Compare that to the max, who's way lower. Could really benefit from some more sling. Another go here at the side. MbL also knows that it's all about the woodline here. Ground attack! Oh, another beautiful one. Doesn't lose a single SO and kills so many eagles. That has to be frustrating for MbL as well. Now the go with Boya here, but well, there's not that much woodline left. Some wood here still at the left hand side, and that's kind of the biggest wood resource left on this map. Finland trade rate, did I miss anything? That was stopped. Nothing happened here. Nothing happened here. What's the next step? How do you finish this game? Think Rubenstock's will count can be bad? No, he doesn't need a single. Oh, he could use some farms. Did he just get raided? Yeah, I think having 40-50 villagers might be better than 26. Let's see if it increases. He also has 9 idle of those. It's not even 20 working villagers at the moment. Getting sleepy from this game. Feels bad, man. SO shots here. Where is the max with all his army? Tried to run through, but all blocked off again. And well, where are the answers? Can't really find them. What a wild, wild, wild game number 2 here. Haven't seen such a long 2v2 game in quite some time. 2 hours, 20 minutes broken now. Not a lot of wood left. We have this wood line, we have this wood line. The Max now going for it. Relics 3 to none, not very important. MbL is going for the attack here again. Rubenstock not getting their own numbers back at it again. And Paladins, I think Rubenstock isn't, or the Max isn't really producing out of those stables, which would be way better. No repair on those castles. I think remember you saying, or maybe hoping, the capture age would be able to show things until the units lost to SO shots. Any confirmation news on that? I'm still hoping. And they told me that this will be an option at some point. I'm not sure if we will have it for next weekend. This is a good push by MbL. It's a lot of army. The castle will surely go down. No repair on that. Shotels are here. Arbalest numbers are still looking solid on the hill though. And well, the army of MbL is looking thin now. Let's take a look at SO shots. If they could maybe connect. Shotels are going forward. No snipes on those SOs in the back. And Shotels, well, they won't perform too well against the plumes now. Can confirm most likely not for next weekend. Fields, Nelly man. It's not released next weekend, but I will have an event that will use capture rates next weekend. This is live. It's a lineup for Clash of the Hippo. I don't know yet. There will be one Finnish team, one Vietnamese team. Heresy, or like Malcofiano signed up. Team Secret is still debating if they will sign up 1 or 2 teams. I would be very surprised if AM is not going for 2 teams as well. At least Livy showed interest, MbL showed interest, Hera showed interest. Not sure about other Asians though. Everyone breaking the 50k score mark now. $100 military now for Rubenstock. MbL, he got that hill. Okay, this would be a really bad engagement here for MbL. Does he want to finish this this game or what? 1.5k wood. Nicov is at 300. Maybe they feel they need to end this game. Some more raids over at that area would count for Rubenstock at 700. The max at 1.4k, and what did I tell you? This would be a horrible engagement, and it ended up being one. At the moment, Nicov at 160. MbL, he has a solid production, that's why he's back to 190, but still, that was everything lost and very little killed. Maybe one SO shot, no, but Rubenstock even dodges that one. And, well, all the boyars are now dying. Military counts aren't looking that sick anymore. Well, I stand corrected. Still 140 military here for AM. They are looking quite sick in those numbers. I'm a bit surprised. Where's everything? Side go here. Big raid over here at the left-hand side. Some armies spread around, but most armies still in the center of the map. Rubenstock, he's sitting at 115 as well. Where does he have his army? Some at the right hand side, most of it in the center. Arbalest now coming over here as well. So that wasn't even the full Arbalest flock that Rubenstock had available. Rubenstock has 6k gold. Let's take a look at wood prices again. 285, food at 163, stone at 260 as well. Arbalest taking that hill. Boya numbers are looking pretty solid. If those Arbalests are broken, the game might be over. Let's take a look if maybe the SO are screwing something up. But no, they're hitting the back here. Let's take a look. Oh boy, Paladins were a bit late. I think the Arbalests might stay strong though. Now the Boyas are chasing down. SOs in the back are doing some work against the own Arbalest. I think Rubenstock might lose everything, but the Paladins are now around. I think this was barely in time, and Rubenstock is holding Pop 134. Nicov here. That was super costly for them. Yeah, the SOs died in the end, but look at that. Still 50, 60 Arbalest on that hill. Maybe even more if I select 40 and there's still endless amount. Maybe even 70 Arbalest on that hill. Still staying strong. AM. For the third time in the series, I feel making a big go onto a hill, trying to finish a game in a spot where the setup for the Finns was just a bit better. This is how we throw games. Oof. Winning condition is army composition, trade goes, and wood control. 2 hour 30 minutes broken here in only game number 2 in this potential 5-game series. If AM wins a single game, Suomi is out of this tournament and cannot continue. So AM trying to, well, keep their hopes alive, finishing first or second in this group as well. And getting some solid snipes in. Pop 120 for Nicov. What are his resources? We can see Rubenstock absolute the limit, but he's pop limit. Nicov no more wood, and look at that. Wood count isn't increasing. He doesn't have a single wood chopper at the moment. Gold isn't looking too promising either, and that is just Rubenstock going wild here. He is going over it, and I think, guys, we might actually see it. I think this is an unstoppable army here from Rubenstock. If we have Paladins in front, we need to see some big SO shots, but how can you afford SO if you don't have any more wood? This is completely chopped off. This is the wood that is still left on this map, this tiny bit, and this one is kind of the most important area. Paladins are around here. Some more raid from MbL as well. Now it's important that Suomi isn't overcommitting here. They have all the winning conditions in their hand. Have the guild player. Buy some wood. Don't lose that army. One methodical push. Go to the trade. Don't try to make a harakiri move and go to finish the game now. Military count. 170 to 80. If Rubenstock watches his army, if the Max is protecting the Arbalest from SOs, this has to be the game for the Finns. Nicov selling food, buying wood. That's a lot of boyas though. But not that many. Not enough to kill 100 Arbalests. Still some army here to defend potential trade raids. Some more stuff. Oh, he's still producing from Arbalests from back here. Do we see another quote-unquote last engagement? Thought this already was the last one. AM is getting back to population. No good ram go here. If we had 5, 6 rams working away, could be an option. We have 2 rams, 2 traps. Set it over times over and over again. This lack of siege from Rubenstock, from like building killing siege, really annoyed me. Or yeah. MbL maybe thinking about to go to the left hand side. Now focusing down a gate, a lumber camp, something. They should be piling up resources massively now, right? Rubenstock, look at that, 7k gold. The max is looking solid. Nicov, okay-ish. MbL absolutely at the limit. Just reached pop limit again. They scheduled their games very early today. That's an X from MBL. Does he want to have a go? Patterns. This could be a big pattern go. Or do they want to kill the hill? Some army over here. Left hand side being pushed away. Rubenstock still on that hill, sniping some of the small armies here of MBL. Both teams, again, completely maxed out. That should mean AM actually might have the bigger army. Boyars, they should be spotted. They are coming around. Paladins still in the front here too. I know it's an overused term, but it feels like the calm before the storm. Oh, patterned go. Spotted and stopped. Rubenstock trying to get some more wood control here by building the castle. Will get stopped though. Paladins intercepting some of those eagles. Abeles still camping on that hill, now moving forward. And this should be a big go against the Max here. We should have very little answer to that. We need some big SO shots. Could be massive. MBL being pushed back. Everyone above 180 population. Rubenstock at 19 villagers at the moment. Oof. Harbourless camping on that hill. Rubenstock now went back to producing villagers. Petard stopped and walled behind. 92 military. How many boyars does Nicov have? Oh, well, now some less. We're looking at 87 boyars, 2 siege units at the moment. But that's just camping on that hill. Not really knowing what to do. No siege. Good control here over at the left hand side. No real spot where they can break in. Gold counts on the screen for you guys. Over 10k for Rubenstock. Still a lot of boyars. Not a lot of SO. Paladins at the side. Given up by Rubenstock. Just to take another one. Is this a big fight? We see MBL. Okay, now he's coming back. Boyars are coming over. Arbalest here having this position still. No villagers around to wall behind this. Arbalest. This feels a bit like Castle Blood. Like mass boyar trying to get a castle down, and then you're coming from the side trying to stop it. Some more goes over here. Not game deciding. Militia maybe might change the game. Go over here. Not really happening either. SOs just staying strong. Some more re-walling here. Trying to buy time. The Finns think they have it in the long run. I'm not sure. I cannot tell you guys. Military count 200 to 175 at the moment. Another go attempt here. Should be stopped as well. Left hand side, lots of eagles. Oh, and some traps out as well. Trap could get sniped though. And then it's not that great for MBL anymore. Ooh, Arbalest. Very ballsy move out by them. 2 Petards around. Let's take a look if the Arbalest of Rubenstock can intercept this. Oh, not really. We have them going to the top, or the Paladins to the left hand side, trying to kill that. 2 Petards now from MBL as well. And we have is snipe against those patterns. Yes, we do. Gate did not fall, and 800 HP here. It's also doing the work in the back. Not sure if that is broken or not. Arbalest from the top, not in the highest numbers. Rubenstock stays strong with the defense. No trade go that I can see on the minimap either. The castle won't fall for now. Eagles maybe if they right click, but that's a lot of shoulders and they have some damage output for sure. No new shoulders are coming from this side. Now the big boya go against all the arbalists. The clump up is not here anymore. The hill control is not here anymore. And he's going into his own gate. Let's take a look. He's just trying to get a better positioning. The SO in the back can maybe do some damage. And yeah, he's not letting the boyas in. He is just finding a better spot to fight for himself. Shoulders are now doing an okay job against the Eagles, but plumed archers are behind this, so I feel like it should be a bit better for the Malian player. What a crazy, crazy game. Boya numbers. Still very solid. 73 here. Both the Finns over 90 military. I just had a small brain bug that it was the king. Then suddenly going to the front. And I was like, not the king! And then I realized that I'm not a clever person. Okay, full pattern go here by MbL. Feels like those are tougher to snipe than the traps, and he might actually be true. Big repair here for Rubenstock. Doesn't have the solid numbers, and he is completely pop limit. Cannot go for more repair. 2 patterns more connecting. 1.3k HP here. Paladin production continues. Do we have the big go through the center? It looks like we have the big go through the center. The Max is going for it. Yeah, we have some boyas around to maybe intercept this as well, but now every trade card is worth so much since they cost wood. Some boyas are coming over, blocked here. Some nice interception, and this will be a lot of trade cards going down. Let's take a look at the counts again. Nearly Mass says 143 before this started. The castle went down. Arbalest completely intercepted. And Paladins, well, they're getting some snipes in, and now you can just continue trading. Now you can move in. You found your one opening. Oh, it is sending some army over to protect the Arbalest. Might be a little bit late, though. Arbalest numbers aren't that pretty anymore. House is being deleted. SO shot, bam, clearing this up as well. But now next go could be around the corner. This is the time where the Finns feel like, okay, we can push this. But MbL, he is having control over this wood line. And what did I tell you? Units that cost a lot of gold are now the best ones. And Eagles are basically gold-only units at this spot. And therefore really good to play with. Still, the Finns with both pop 200. Paladin rates are pretty nice here as well. Now even killing villagers is worth quite a bit, because 50 food, well, if we have food at 152, that's suddenly 75 food. Less numbers for Rubenstock. Where are they? Okay, one group here. Where's the rest? Oh boy, that is a miss rally, right? Oh god. Oh god. That cannot be his plan. Trade card went down to 100 now. 4 AM. Trying to replenish, but how can you get that? If the wood price is at 460, suddenly trade card costs 510 gold. Nicov, absolutely at the limit with resources. Same for MbL. Rubenstock, casual, 6.3k gold. The max, 1.4k gold, but that was it. Oh, another go here with all the patterns and another move in, but not with Rubenstock. Guys, if you thought like, oh, you broke through the walls, Rubenstock is open, you don't know Rubenstock. He has double fortified walls behind this prepared already. More paladins to the center, and the max, he's going for some monks. Interesting choice. Not the biggest fan of that. It's so tough to micro those, but well, if there's a very gold heavy unit, it certainly is the monk. Bad butcher, cheers. Paladin with those numbers.
Less than 3 Mac whiter, so less than 3.
Those numbers can just fight properly. Don't like the waypoint of Rubenstock here at all. Sending the obelisk over to the side again. Bull snagged that one. Some more raids here in the wood line. Wouldn't come at the moment, very minimal. Let's take a look. Gathering rate should be something here, right? Wood, how much wood do we have? We have MbL 3 on wood, TheMax 6 on wood, Rubenstock 3 on wood. In the bracket is the wood choppers at the moment. And you can see not a lot of is happening there in the wood department. Oh, that's a lot of paladins now here at the side. Tringa! Cheers. 2.5k kills now for MbL, although he lost...
Plus a nearly cast equals nil love.
Although he lost 3.5k himself already. Trade, still active raids. No go here at that side. Boya still in the back trying to get some more kills. Trade cards now at 103 again for AM. And, well... 160 for the Finns. We will break the 3-hour mark in this game. Unless there's one big fight that AM feels now is the fight they want to take. Fight they want to have the game end with. And now Nicov is going for monks as well. Okay, so that's how we're playing it. And TheMax, he's going for heresy. Well, it's surely an upgrade that he can afford. Obelisk numbers scary again. We are at 83 obelisks here. And most of them seem to be at that single spot. Some SO behind to defend some potential goals. Rubenstock buying casual, 500 food, 500 wood. Not decreasing the prices. Are they willing to start the next go? I believe this was the starting TC of MbL. I think so. Uh-oh, that's a lot of wood income by Rubenstock. Look at that. Suddenly up to 26 villagers. And all of them heavily chopping away. Oh god, this is so much wood. Sending all the food to the max here. What a crazy game. I think it has been, at least it feels like, at least 1 year that I've casted such an intense competitive long game. Going down to the wood line. I remember AM against Team Tyrant. NAC 1 promotion. They don't want to take any sloppy fights. Now more than ever, and this is a lot of eagles against not that many obelisks here. The hill advantage isn't here for all of them. Now taking the better positioning. All the paladins are trying to go back. He is trying to run away with all his obelisks. Maybe hug the wood line could be an option. That monk is even trying to steal the relic. No idea if that is really worth it. And Rubenstock finding a solid positioning, I would say. Now fighting on the castle villagers, completely trapped here. The monk is kind of the hero of the game for me and of the fight. But, oh god, so many obelisks going down. Yeah, some shooting in the back, but also some being blocked. Rubenstock is dropping down to pop 170, 140 for Nicov only. And this is a lot of losses. And I think in the end, this might have been better for AM. The obelisks are simply so far out of position, and now everyone below pop 170, there's so much dying here, but it just feels that the Finns might be able to replenish this so much better. But, well, military count is now looking really scary here. AM, they have 120 and probably like 80, 90 in population of that in this single screen alone. No murder holds here, at least that's what it looks like. And, well, now we're taking that castle. TheMax trying to regroup. There's still so much paladins all around the map. He's not really pushing them to the fight. Shodels here. And yeah. The waypoint's a bit better by Rubenstock. He will have a strong army to contest this again. This is the spot where MbL is now sending all his villagers to the front, trying to get to the wood line. But even though that the fight was so well fought by AM, they are down in population. After they will lose this army, I think they will lose this game. And, well, simply by the setup of this game. AM cannot replace the army, and Suomi can. Castle is just doing so much damage as well with all the arrows. Not sure why we are building patterns here. And this is the scary army sent over by Rubenstock. Not that great against Boyars here at the front. Paladins around. They will take a reasonable fight against all the Eagles. Plumed Archer numbers aren't that scary. And, well, all Eagles are now dying. Boyars are going over to the other side. Military count again. Back to 190 to only 130. And that's a lot of quote-unquote weak army with the Eagles. With plumed archers. Well, we can say the same again about Shotats and Arbalest, so I will take that back. But the Finns, they are hungry to snag some more villagers here, and oh boy, they must feel like, oh no, how did they get onto that many new units? Shouldn't we run out of wood and food some time ago? Now the monks doing their job from behind. Boyar numbers are looking pretty scary. The Max is taking that fight at the right hand side. Disengages here at the left hand side, tries to lure the army into the mass of Arbalists, and they are trying to take this engagement here at the side. Theocracy now for Rubenstock as well. Casual 3 hour 4 minute upgrade here, and they are going for all the conversions. Paladins at the front, and now everyone is producing here, and finally we see most of the dots moving in there. Elimination for the Max as well. Everyone's going for the monk upgrades now. Kind of a weird scenario, and well, Boyars are helping out now as well. I don't like the waypoints of the Max. So often that we see his army kind of out of position, but it just feels like it is enough. Pop 130 and pop 90 only for him. They have combined 220 only now, and the Rubenstock is pop limit. The Max is basically pop limit as well. They are continuing to push in here. They only need siege to finish this game. Trade amount only at 80. Did we miss some other trade rates? Some small ones? Okay. They just couldn't replenish the trade anymore because it's so incredibly expensive. Arbalest numbers. Just think about it. We just lost like 80, 90 Arbalists here. And suddenly Rubenstock, he's back at pop 120, and GG by Nicov and MbL. What a wild, wild game number 2 here. The Finns are taking it, and as we said several times, the Finns need a 3-0. What a sick game. Whew. Oh man. And yeah, clearly the game was lost at minute 13 when we had the raid here in the back of Nikov's woodline. And then it just took 2 hours and 52 minutes to close it out for Finland. Rubenstock is saying be right back as well. And yeah, hope that my voice survives the rest of the day as well. And what a sick, sick game. Oh man. What can we say? Statistics have to be out of this world. Military KD 2.7, 3.7. Rubenstock only losing 2.2. Nicov didn't fight that much. The Max endless amount. Fought a lot against MbL, obviously. Largest army 126. Everyone higher than 90. Trade amount in the end. Yep. Solid 50. Well, 70k more for the Finns. Endless amount of slinging going both ways. And look at that, Nicov actually not getting that deep into enemy's territory. The Max everywhere, MbL raiding everywhere as well. And Relic Gold in the end, even giving 9k extra for the Max. A lot of fighting going on over and 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 over again. 2-0. Give your energy to Suomi if you have anything left in you. Rubenstock said, be right back. And I will take a small break of 1.5 minutes. We'll walk around, we'll rest my voice, and we will be back. I think we can only say, oh boy, after this game. And then we will have game number 3, Nomad Finland fighting. Oh boy. Are you kidding me? What? Are you kidding me? I want to see some Nilio boys in the chat. Oh boy. 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 Really, oh boy. 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 Why are you, oh god, what are you doing with all your skills? Oh boy. 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 Really, oh boy. And then they ask me like, who's your god? And then they ask me like, who's your god? Who's your god? And then they asked me like, who's your god? And I said, doubt. And I said, doubt. Are you kidding me? What? Oh boy. 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 Really, oh boy. Oh, nearly, oh boy. What a good one. And if you like 2v2 games and like action, maybe you want to tune in next weekend. We have Clash of the Hippo 5 starting in Feudal Age 2v2 tournament. We have Capture Age here as well. Medium resources, action-packed games, and this should be pretty good next weekend as well. So you don't want to miss that either. Who won? Finland, leading 2-0. You miss it after 3 hours. Well, that's bad. We'll jump into the other series after it. Obviously staying with this one here. Could still be 3 more games. Well, if we have 3 more games, then we will just cast the recorded games of the other series. Hoi. Could you explain how Suomi could still advance? They can reach 5 points, right? They have to win 3-0. Then they have won 1 game. Doubt and Slam win 3-0. Then they would have won 3. Nicov+MbL 1. Back T 1. Then they have point difference -2. Oh, everyone has tiebreaker 1. Point difference -2. For TheMax+Rubenstock. Same for Nicov+MbL. But then they have better than Nicov+MbL. And Bacteria and Sam and Name need to lose 3-0 as well. I think then it could be a 3-way tie. So we can't advance. I think if they win 3-0 and Down and Slam win 3-0, they have a 3-way tie. They can only reach 4 points. Ah. So Nicov+MbL lost 3-2, 1-3. Yeah, it might be due to Doubt and Slam, or Nicov+MbL winning 2 maps against Doubt and Slam, that they can't advance after all. Points calculators, I believe map wins. I think so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, third place is worth nothing, so maybe the series is simply unimportant. Huh. Yeah, they never play 5 games. It's only best of 5. Like if it's 3-0. 3-2. They will play 5 games. Only scenario. I will do a quick straw poll. What should Nilly cast? Suomi versus MbL Nicov. Doubt Slam versus BNA. Could you all please quickly post here, and then we can decide what we want to cast. Doubt and Slam are guaranteed to advance? I think so as well, yeah. Okay, so we will stay unless more people want to vote, maybe. With this series. And 12 votes, yeah, I think most people are just that want to vote the other, want to see the other series are already in the other series. Convince me which better series should be better to watch. I think this series is better, but this series matters less. Oh god, now I refreshed my stream instead of the statistics. So after 20 votes, it's exactly 10-10. So we will play with this one, stay with this one, especially because now we're in the game, and we'll just jump into the other series whenever. If it's like game number 5, we might just recast the whole series with records. It's kind of bad that you get 1 point for just winning a map. Winning is not worth that much. That's not true. Winning a map is factor 6. It is match stats, tiebreakers, points difference, set wins, and then points. Would just be even till then. Okay, let's jump into game number 3. We are looking still into AM against Suomi. We have Persians for MbL himself. Putting the dock on the outside, and Chinese is played by Mr. Nicov, who doesn't really know where to build his TC yet. Okay, found a spot for him now. On the other side, we have Rubenstock playing Persians, and we have Mayans for the max. So pretty close. Rubenstock, Duschenstock against potentially, well, Persian as well. Might be one of the reasons why they play Persians over Malians, for example. Have they used any restarts today? I think I used one restart before game number 1. For AM, there's still a lot on the line. For Suomi, not so much, I believe. But, well, solid 10 performance never hurts. And yeah, my nearly math might have been off. Although, well, honestly, if points is not listed there as a decider, let's go back into it, right? Because on challenge, you can decide on how do you want to have the tiebreaker decided, right? It's match stats, tiebreaker points. So how many points do you have someone with the same stats? Points difference, set wins. And here we don't have numbers. So no 5, no 6 here. So that might be irrelevant in the end. So I think we could have 3-0, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 with point difference -2, -2, -2. Set win 1, 1, 1. In my opinion, that's still an option. But, well, I'm a weird guy. Rubenstock doing some sheep sling, and oh, build a dock in the center. Not the prettiest one. You have very uncontested fish, yes, but you cannot really fish bomb too well. Max docking at the top here, idle fishing ship for quite some time. Oh boy. He's feeling it, guys. Housed as well. Okay, now he's back at it. Nicov with a pretty solid spawn here. 3 boars very close to his TC. Should have a reasonable cast age time. Boar runs not in the greatest direction here. Okay, but well, microed by him did spot the potential threat of bad boar positioning. Nicov 4 boars even? What? Yeah, 4 boars, yeah. And Rubenstock, he's going for some scouting. Maybe some 2 and 10 scouting. No chance to call a restart anymore. And, well, that just happened. And now we're looking into pretty bad Persian start. Goes for even more. Does he have an idea that this pond is that small? No, he has no idea. Oh god, this will be rough for him. Won't be a great start for sure. And that was just barely in range as well. Close docks here. Nicov against the max. We have MbL at that side as well. So the max, if he goes for water, he can attack both, but could be 2v1 as well. I think this looks pretty good for AM. He could build a TC over that dead body. Ah, true, look at that. Oh, Rubenstock is going for the walls this time. Interesting. You mean, what would Rubenstock say if MbL asked him where he wants to build his new TC? Hey, Rubenstock, where do you want to build your next TC? Over my dead body. Or something like that. Well, And the Max has a good idea of where Nicov is, and vice versa. Next board on the way for MBL. Nicov should have a pretty solid game here as well. Board number 4 already in, but then he is running out of food, honestly. And doesn't have a lot of stuff around. No berries, no deer. I'm not even sure where he should place his mill. Maybe he just goes for water. Waits for the lumber camp, and then we'll be up. Can send on gold, and yeah, he knows that the distance is super short. So the Max will lose his water control, and then we have MBL just playing full land. Why is Rubenstock building so many ships in that small pond? I think he didn't know better. I think he didn't know that the pond was that small. Now building the second dock on the outside is going up quite early, and he is trashing Mr. MBL. Okay. Already has one village around as well. Redocking that pond would be so sick, yeah. It's not the end of the world, but surely not pretty. We have the Max going for the big walls. He will play into plumed archers here. At least that's what I'm guessing from how he's walling the stone inside as well. But he will lose all his fish on the outside. We will have bad fish for Rubenstock here. So this one is kind of the most efficient dock the Finns will have in 2 or 3 minutes, which isn't the greatest scenario. And Nicov, he's walling quite a bit. Second dock is something I want to see more importantly, and honestly. Okay, he's putting it here. And he will have a good idea of how this map is going to look like. We have a redock from the Max. Like that. Oh, even double redock here. Knows that he will have problems there at the top. And not that heavily on food. Now 5 on stone. 4 on stone. Still walling with 2. Needs to get a lot more fish done. Don't call me Chris. Cheers, man. At the moment we are casting Age of Empires 2. A 2v2 tournament. AM playing against the Finns. 2-0 lead here in Double H tournaments. $3,000 tournament. And it's... Oh, already lost villager here for MBL. Had low ones out there apparently. Wanted to build the stable. Won't really happen here. Could build a defensive... Oh, sniping. Let's see if MBL is getting lamed here quite heavily by Mr. Rubenstock, who could build a second tower. MBL is now building the defensive tower. Water is kind of lost on the Max here already. Fire galley with a lot of control, pushing those away. And the Max, well, how good will his castle age be, honestly? 400 food. He has 2 villagers still getting shorefish. Fish isn't that great in general. This will be heavy market usage for sure. Trash continues, but well, what can he really get out of it? I think this might be a sling. I think Rubenstock will sling after this. The only thing that I can see somehow working. Yeah. There's no other way around. Oh, Nicov actually docking the center. What? I didn't expect this. Okay. Nicov, he had a mission. Kill all fishing ships on the map, apparently. Oh, man. And it's now going for the demo. It's going for fire galley. And well, Rubenstock isn't even on gold. So the water fight should be in favor of Mr. Nicov here. Still MBL getting some fish. Nicov, I think, could go for some more as well. Did build more docks at the top there. Some walls here. Actually, I think this... Oh no, it's MBL as a teammate, so it is not open. More fishing ships here, and maybe we have a sling on MBL as well, who actually even built some scouts, maybe for some map vision. Rubenstock is running around. What a random tower by him at the top. MBL going for a lot of eco upgrades now. One stable by him, and Rubenstock. Can he sneak this tower? Looks like it. Oh god. No idea for MBL that this tower is coming up, and this will in the long run block the TC. What? What? Ah, this is actually to counter those villagers. He might actually counter this villager by the tower, and he has no idea that this is going on. Oh no, Rubenstock. He might have kind of forced himself into the denial of that tower. So weird, so weird. Let's take a look. And now MbL suddenly sees that one, but isn't focusing the villager at the top. Now he is. Villager needs to get out. Oh god! How unfortunate was that for Rubenstock? Oh god. Oh god. And Rubenstock is now attacking the house. Now sends some more villagers forward. He's going for the attack here. At least that's what I thought he would. Not really attacking at the moment. Nicov buying some food is up to castle any second. Interesting. The Max is up as well. Is getting his castle somewhere, I believe. Oh yeah, aggressively. Wants to pressure Nicov, who went for water that heavily. Is now going for the stone walls behind this. Makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, the aggression continues here. The tower will go down. What? No? Rubenstock is going away. I think he could have forced this one down. I think it was down to 2 digits. And just constantly attacking the house instead of the tower kind of hurts him as well. Rubenstock just stays super annoying here. No market from him for now. So Sling will be kind of late. The Max defending the water. So Nicov a bit sloppy, I have to say, that he didn't follow it through. Look at that. He saw the docks. He sees the fishing ship, but isn't killing it. One villager will die against the plume. And he's going for a second layer. Maybe some patterns could be an option. That villager doesn't need to be chased down. The castle will take care of it anyways. And, well, Rubenstock, he is making it a tricky game for MbL. But I think MbL defended quite okay-ish. Won't have too much food income, though. At the moment, 6 fishing ships. All he has, massive amount of villagers on stone. 2 farms here in the top. Rubenstock could maybe build a transporter, and indeed he does. For plumed archers. Let's take a look. Can he squeeze through? Should not have ungarrisoned. Oh boy, 2 fire galleys around, 90 HP. Doesn't need to go around, and yeah, intercepted. Nice move by Nicov. Having them out of vision, and well, the Max didn't lose any plumed archers though. Arrow for the Max. Did we see the Sling? Not yet. Defensive siege workshop here. Plumed archers are coming around. MbL, he has 0 upgrades on his knight. Might make it really tricky, and all of this is exposed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Max, what does he see? He could snag those villagers. Oh, yo. This will get ugly. And Rubenstock, he is so annoying. He is moving in with more. Does MbL, well, he will get a defensive tower up. Will he get that one up as well? He pulls the villagers away. We'll give the farms up. 1 defensive tower. Rubenstock. Oh god, how annoying can a human being be? This is so rough. Second tower, but I think the Max can just camp under it. Rubenstock will build another tower here, and MbL. Okay, that tower actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but plumed archers, well, they are dealing some damage. They're clearly not invincible. Villagers of MbL, some of those very low on HP. The Max, he's even thinking about his eco behind this, snagging some more villagers. MbL, he is looking at 32 now. 3 fishing ships for him. That's all they have at the moment. Where did the Max lose all his fish? Yes, he did. Plume's still staying active. That tower of Rubenstock will go up though. Yes, it will. 3 villagers can fire away. Goes into more stone. What a weird game. Nicov, he is at 2 TCs. Meanwhile, we have the Max at 2 himself. Dock went down. Still 6 ships working for Rubenstock, who is now building the market. Will he sling? Will he try to go Castle Age? I think sling makes so much more sense. Let's see if he agrees with me. Yes, he does. Gold on the way to the max food as well. Lots of idle villagers here. Maybe Rubenstock could just send all his stone over as well. Then the max could build another castle here. Could be pretty doubtish, but could also pressure Nicov quite nicely. Or maybe something in the department of that area. Oh god, man, Rubenstock. I like him and I hate him at the same time. Nicov, TC number 3, 50 villagers for him. 14 fishing ships as well. So is Eco. Pretty damn solid. And thinking about imping here as well. Look at that. Idling his TCs, buying 100 food. He has enough villagers on stone. He will have the defensive castle. Oh, just lacking a second building. That's why he couldn't click up. Queues another round of villagers. And then after university finishes, he will surely go towards Imperial Age. The max will be up pretty soon as well, though. Oh, Nicov. He just cancelled Imp. Wanted to go Imp into the further back TC. Doesn't want to have the same thing happening to him that happened to the max. And nice split here. Oh, actually, we'll take some shots. Who's the second best to Somi player in your opinion? Oh! Tough one. I would say Vidalise at the moment. Really like his performance. Yeah. I think Zuppi was it for a very long time, but now it should be Vidalise. Okay, Eagle switch for the max. And we have a barracks and a castle now here. Let's take a look. Some more raids. Should snag 1-2 villagers. Make it 2. Should max with the sling attack Nicov now to put MbL further behind now. Well, it kind of depends on where he finds damage. I think that's the most important thing. If he is just guaranteed to do damage against MbL, that's totally fine for him. If he knows, okay, he could have done damage. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Against Nicov, then attacking Nicov could have been a good option. He is going for Abel's now, at least that's what it looks like. And MbL will just have massive amount of troubles against all those eagles. Staying active here with the plumes. MbL is so dead. 36 villagers, indeed. Rubenstock doesn't even think about walling here. Oh no, he's attacking with a villager against the Magnal. What is happening, man? What is happening? Where's something dying? Okay, another villager here of Mr. Nicov. Skirm seems to be the unit of choice. And traps. So Skirm trap against someone who is switching into eagles. Let me quickly check my strategy book of counters. Okay, war elephants good against skirmishers. Siege onagers good against skirmishers. Yeah, here we have it. Elite eagle warriors are actually good against skirmishers and traps as well. So he will be in for a surprise as well. Unit choice, not the greatest. Suomi might actually take it 3-0 here. Oh, could be the big upset. As I said earlier, I think I would have given you solid odds on that happening. Him finishing the house before the castle. Not enough stone to go for any more repair. Tries to get some traps out. Traps need to be on the other side though. Oh, is he cutting? He's cutting the trees. He's cutting the trees to get in with the eagles. Oh, but Nicov knows it. Nicov is quickly walling behind it. Okay. Nicov, a smart boy as well. MbL did get a defensive castle up. Only sitting at 41 villagers though. Tries to clear up everything. Just so many losses. And that's when you think about, okay, now I killed every sneaked villager. Rubenstock just shows up with another one at the very top. Eagles, and they can just go through the center here and annoy MBL. Well, he has enough protection for all his villagers, right? He has endless amount of towers, DCs, the castle, but yeah, that would completely idle his economy. Nicov saying reinforce that line because Eagles are coming over and Eldorado now even being attacked. The Max, he's looking strong in this one. MBL, he won't be happy with how this is looking. He is just putting all his hopes into Nicov, who's at pop 125, so dominating in that regard with 85 villagers. But what is he going for? Chinese against Mayans in the long run might be a big task. That trap needs to be repositioned. More villagers at the front could be really good for the Max as well. Builds a random outpost tracking now to get some more better rates or some better rates in. And that tower from Rubenstock, oh god! Oh, I don't want to be MBL in this game, oh god. And this is, he will be so tilted in TeamSpeak. He will be so tilted. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I will never play this dumb map again. Nomad. I build a tower, you build a tower. Something like that. Okay, now the engagement here. Eagles +4/+4. Eldorado. Chugunu in tight areas. Normally it's something beautiful and with 2 castles behind. I think the Max is even taking a bad fight here. Chemistry is now coming as well. Yeah, going into that area wasn't the greatest thing ever. That's a lot of stone lost by Nicov as well. He's repairing quite heavily. Traps need to be repaired as well. Now running out of stone. Buys 200 more. Is now getting raided in the back. Pop 110 for the Max. Gets +4/+4. Running out of stone a second time. 2 traps still on the hill. We need some more repair here on that trap. Gives up castle number 1. Trying to wall some more. We have some axes indicating, okay, wall here. This could be a good raid spot. Eagles are now pushing in. Nicov is finding solid spots, but honestly, he does not have the answer to all the questions that the Max is asking him. How do you defend all those elite Eagle Warriors? And Nicov just has to admit, I cannot do it. +4 finally finishes. And Rubenstock, another tower. This is... He is just one of the most annoying players to play against. Rubenstock. And he has like so many strategies. If he doesn't deuce you, he tower rushes you. If he doesn't tower rush you, he builds 6 layers of stone walls. And he is just madness. Look at where he has vision all around the map as well. NGG, Nicov is out of this. Suomi wins 3-0. Well played by them for sure. What a lovely, lovely series, especially game number 2. Will be something I will remember for quite some time. And we don't have to forget that game number 1 was actually a pretty solid one as well. MBL instantly ended his stream. Okay, then thanks for the host, MBL. And... not sure if he will host me. And we are just instantly jumping into the other series. I will give you some Age of Empires in the background. You can see all the stats. Can rewatch those if you want to. And I will... I need to open Discord to see what the password is. And /H alligator 1 2 3. Okay. No idea what the score is there. We will see it with the maps. And I will do some updating of the top while we... yeah, we'll see what happens. So Arabia, Caribbean and Registered Fortress are game number 2 and 3. So we are in Caribbean. So we are still in the first 3 games for sure. And I will do some editing here while you doubt plus slam. Let's give them a proper space. Doubt plus slam against Vietnam. Vietnam gets their VNA flag. And bop. Scabadoo bop bop. And we have Doubt and Slam getting their secret flag. And we have the score to be found out. Okay, we have a tower rush here from ACCM against Slam, who's defending quite nicely with towers everywhere. He is playing Vikings. Doubt is playing Italians. We have Italians here. So Italian war at that side, Portuguese by ACCM actually, so they saved Vikings. Slam is now up, and according to Tato, we have them winning 1-0. Okay. So this is the home map, makes a lot of sense. And we will do a quick YouTube intro for all the weird new joined ones. What's up, people lovers? We are short in time. Secret against VNA now already starting. We are late. Maps will be changed at the site. It was overlapping with the series from before. So sorry for missing game number 1, Arabia. We have the 1-0 lead here. Those games are live, but we are jumping into them a bit later. We are looking into Caribbean, the home map of VNA. Italian Portuguese against Italian Vikings. Slam is getting landed by ACCM, is defending pretty well. It's up to Castle H, Back T and Doubt the same. ACCM now clicked as well, and we see a lot of demo connections here. Game live is at 33 minutes. We are in the 21-minute mark here. Registered Fortress will be game number 3. Best of 5 series. Landing now in the back here. Tarsus is happy for Vietnam and...
Go Vietnam, Nilina G.
Take a look. Can we see a good raid in here? Doubt. How can he react to this? Cannot really quick wall against it because we have archers here as well. And Doubt, well, he lost 1 villager. Probably will make it 2. Solid move, and then it gets tricky to micro on water at the same time. But, well, Slam, he can maybe just add some longboats now. Scouts are running around. Doubt has 1 TC up, gets a 2nd TC up. Full of loom, thanks for half a year. Doubt losing quite a lot of villagers, is down to 40 light cav tech. Now for ACCM as well, stays active while Slam is trying to clear up his island. And Doubt, well, he took some losses here. We heard some demo shots. SCM staying active. Doubt, is he trying to fight down 2 crossbowmen here? Well, Doubt micro. Okay, should be fine now. But next go here at the side. Slam is trying to get his TC up. Will probably get it. Nice repair on that one. Slam is getting his stable up to defend against the Mangonels. Maybe Monastery for ACM could be something. Indeed, that's what he's going for now. Water kind of won by Mr. 8 Euro, which is Back T himself. Not the only tyrant we have at the moment playing Age of Empires 2. Some of you might have seen it already. The others will know what I'm talking about later. WTF happened in April. My monthly recap. Careening now for Back T as well. Stays very active here. Military count better for him. Doubt only at 5, but we'll get some solid demo connections. Well, some okay ones. Gill nets now for Back T as well. We have some conversions here at the top, and I'm trying to keep the speed a bit slower. ACM continues with kind of his all in, I wanted to say, but actually he's sitting at 3 TCs. Continued with some map control. Is preparing a transporter and could maybe get some sneaky stuff done against Mr. Doubt. Not happening for now though. Redock in the back for Back T. Wants to go for more fishing ships. Nice move. Oh, Doubt Castle, maybe. Oh, that was a lot of villagers already going down. Mangonels around here as well. Another villager falling. Let's take a look. 80%. Can we see some more hits? Not really. I think Slam will get it up, and that should end all the aggression from ACM on that area. He's up to Imp as well, but Back T is up to Imp as well. Doubt at 402, 200 gold, and soon we will be in the live game and can watch in reasonable speed here as well. Next landing is coming over. 2 Monks, 2 Mangonels, 1 Knight, your typical landing crew. Could maybe get some villager kills here. Bab, surprise! And, well, maybe you convert 1 or 2 villagers. Oh, turned out we'll lose that monk, and that's going to be an annoying move to play against. Back T actually had the fire ship here around to... Oh, Doubt Micro! Doubt Micro! Oh boy! He lost 1 scout, killed 2 mangonels, 2 monks, and now lost that one. Oh god, beautiful. Distracted with the scout, got the good mangonel hit in, and after that... the kill against the monk as well. That was just pure skill by the Lord. Nice distraction there, and ACM wasn't split. He is now going for water as well, and soon we are in the live game. Slam actually going for war galleys now. So galleon tech will be his choice. We have fast fire ships by our Italian, somewhat what we expected. Longboat switch now for our Viking player, but well, elite longbows now on the way, but instantly being spotted, and we will have a lot of army in front of that. Population somewhat even. Back T a bit higher than the rest. ACM a bit lower. So overall, I would call it still somewhat of an even one. Maybe in the very long run. Oh, we still have Mr. ACM being annoying here. Mangonel. Why is the castle? What is the castle shooting at? Okay. Maybe bombard cannon could be an option. Siege workshop is getting the bombard cannon out. And we are live, guys. Welcome. Okay, now we can do a recap. Oh, we have a landing as well from Back T at the front here. Doubt is trying to defend that. Should be behind in villages, at least that's what I thought. Pedrock. Oh, 8-0. Cheers, man. Doubt for president.
Doubt for president. P.
Doubt for president. P. What is President P? Uh-oh, Back T is getting some ratings in. Ah, actually, most of the eco untouched. Just sitting on the castles at the moment. Condo production continues as well, but only out of 4 barracks. Doubt is sitting strong. And the trap's not really firing at appropriate targets. Look at that. Villager going down, houses going down, farms going down, but not really the castle here. ACM staying active at the side. Bombard cannon not really to be found. Did snipe that one apparently. Mr. Slam was still playing a pretty solid game. Not dying to the landing. Even try to stay active there as well. And well, it looks like the castle of Doubt will survive while Back T is losing all his traps. Nice defense here by the Lord. Proponent 70 still for Back T though, and that was a pretty solid defense. Now landing in the back, that doesn't really make a lot of sense if a guy's already building army on land to land him again. Not the greatest team play move. Maybe going for the center island might have been the better option here. ACM, I think you should go for water as well. Galleons are actually pretty solid for Portuguese. You're saving some gold, you have more HP. Maybe he's feeling like this one villager needs to build an empire first though. Mining camp here. Traps in the back. Some more monks. Some iron guns as well. Doubt slide. Cheers, guys. ACM indeed. Now going for galleons. This doesn't look too shabby for VNA. Oh, that's a lot of army by Slam here. Monks need to get great conversions. Light kept going to the front though. Mangonel even helping out. Iron guns out of position. Bombard cannon far to the front. Oh no, he's trying to click back. Gets the Mangonel at least in exchange, but that wasn't enough. Even converting some light cav. That's not really what he wanted to achieve with that attack or with that defense. And well, repairing that castle is kind of out of the question. But Bombard Cannon can actually maybe do still some stuff. Oh, not really. The castle will fall. Right up now as well. 450 out of 135 now for our Portuguese player. He was struggling a bit with his bombard cannons, but, well, now not anymore. How do we get to those cavalier numbers? Or, yeah, cavalry numbers. Landing kind of stopped here, without full control in that regard. Doesn't have a lot going on for himself on water though. Oil gun numbers now sadly really small. Therefore the protection of those bombard cannons getting smaller and smaller. Doubt landing the center now. Has to stay active. Do we have another landing at the side? Not really. Shipwright, ballistic. Doubt maybe taking into galleon a bit as well. Light cav, he doesn't want to lose those. It's not the greatest raid for him. Bombard cannon, and can go for more light cav here as well. What map is this? Caribbean. Map number 3 will be Regicide Fortress. Expect some Marian power play from our lord. Mass galleon production here, not really using MQ to perfection, but kind of okay. Slam, he wants to hold that castle. It's funny how he has the waypoint in the castle, and then can ungarrison quite nicely. And it's also funny that he doesn't take into cavaliers. ACM late with his monks, light cav here to defend, only one Orion gun. Bombard cannons, sniping some villagers before knowing that they will die anyways. Oh, actually, upgrades are pretty solid for ACM here. +1, +4 with bloodlines against +0, +2 without bloodlines. That wasn't the greatest thing ever for Slam. Back to still with a lot of map control. Slam now with another TC, but honestly, will he get that much done? Portuguese, he could go for condos as well. Actually, Slam could go for condos as well. He's now sending more villagers, although he's retreating with his army. That doesn't make that much sense in my opinion. Lightcav numbers are getting pretty solid. Doubt is now landing with condos. What a beautiful team play. And landing with traps as well, but those will die. And this is actually pretty damn solid. Longboats in the back here as well. Pikeman production, still one villager around. ACM at 180, same for back T. The secrets at 155 and 126, and this could be another long series. Heated shot now for Doubt. That's mainly for that castle. Okay, now building some towers here as well. 165 HP for an Italian galleon. 182 for one from the Portuguese. And you can actually upgrade one more defense upgrade as well. We'll have 4 against 1 relics in the end here. And more water control surely on the side for VNA. Just need to micro a bit. But also need to go for cannon galleons. Doubt now the guard tower wants to get some more control. Is a bit annoying, Mr. Back T. Maybe over booming. VNA here. You need to get huge galleon numbers out. Want to see some trade now started as well. Secret will lose this one. It's not looking great for them. We can agree on that. Okay, at least no wood in the front for Slam that would be blocked. Doubt. It's just very nice how much gold he's getting there. How much gold control he's getting as well. Need to see some demos as well against that mass amount of fast fire ships here. Secret will take this one. I think I would bet for VNA. But I'm not a betting man, so. Don't take my word on that. Does he not have ballistic? Okay, he does. He does. Slam is struggling. Well, only to get to population. He will get a lot of wood now in the back. Then can get onto longboats. I think caravels might actually be a good option. Slam at 140. Galleon now against fast fire ships, longboats. So demos and caravels could be really an option. Demos at the front, caravels against the longboats in the long run. This could be the day of long games indeed. Traps now, nice move in here. Rams as well. Back-T knows that, okay, we have a big fight going over here at the right-hand side. It's impossible for you to come around at that side. So maybe just sneak around a bit and do some shenanigans here on the land. Traps now helping out as well. And they're doing quite some damage against fire ships. Longboats coming around as well. Now we're taking the castle. Villagers cannot really get on that side. So for now they're just repairing. Condos now being produced going over here. And traps, well, focusing down the castle number 2. Light cav, ungarrisoned here, galleons coming over, but a bit late. I think secret they are stopping this landing and, well, increasing population. They're not starting the trade, but they have the extra islands. And that was kind of costly as well for Back-T. 3 traps, 4 rams. And fighting a bad fight this whole time at the site. ACM still not having the defense upgrade. Doubt now goes for Silk Road. What? Cheaper trade cards for him on an island game. Or Caribbean. Something we don't see too often. Caravans for him now as well. So they are really preparing to get the long game rolling for themselves as well. Should they build guard tower in the middle? Well, Doubt did build some. Was killed. Slam is now taking the same. Probably wants to control the front a bit. Preparing some night raidings potentially as well. I think Slam needs to disengage this one. And yeah, he realizes that. Is now going back. So there's some longboats running into their death. No, not really too many. Doubt should have a lot of gold. And the island is a bit longer of Slam compared to the island of ACM. So trade will be a bit more efficient. We can check that any second now. ACM, he gets 17 till 14 and Doubt gets 21, let's say 27, 28. Oh, but now finally Carrack for ACM. He will be actually the one with the best galleons then. Is retreating here. Back-T isn't. Oh, and all this was stopped. Ah, this is annoying. If they can't get the trade up in the long run, they might be in trouble. Population 150, 140 for the secrets. Military count combined 64 against the 87. Cannon guy in tech now for ACM as well. Not sure if like going for some light cav here is the best option. I think the trap landing made a lot of sense. It just simply didn't focus properly. Slam now clearing all this up. Trade cuts. Stop for a small moment. Overall trade 14 to 8. Slam didn't even start producing yet. He did shot for ACM now as well. Oh, Back-T is going for the landing here. Interesting. Slam coming over. I think this is a fight he will lose against ACM though. He thinks the same. Tries to micro a bit. Then goes back. Spearman rush by Doubt. Okay. Not sure if that was miscued or what was the issue here. Nightcap staying active. Spearman staying active as well. Slam. Well, it is tricky for him. Since ACM had so much going on for him in early feudal age and all this game long. He never really had the map control he wanted to with Vikings. Yeah, you need to kind of play behind because you never have fire galleys. But losing so much wasn't really his plan, surely. Now he needs to retreat and trade will never really run. Doubt still has a lot of wood and gold control though, so that's not the worst thing ever. How much wood does he have on his starting island? He is pretty much dry after this. On the other side... Oh, dry. And dry as well. So actually, Slam not having access to his back island for so long gives them the spot that they still have so much left. Doubt 5k wood as well. We have back T with 6k or basically 7k wood. ACM with 9k wood though. And Slam with 2.5k. So in the end it might be fine. Yeah, everyone now massive amount of idle villagers. Simply because all the wood lines are running out. But Doubt he's getting wood. Then we have a cannon galleon tech at some point. I thought so. Uh-oh, trade card's going down. Trade card amount 34 to 18, 19. Slam still refused to build any more trade cards. Tough to judge who is really winning those fights. Market going down here, and that was the furthest one. Doubt trading with the one at the top that only has 37 HP as well. Slam could lose all his markets. Doubt now axing, build me another one, a shorter distance one. Uh-oh, and another light cap raise here from ACM. Super annoying, this guy. Not Rubenstock style of annoyance, but a siege workshop as well. And still having some galleons. Fight continues here for back T. Finally, I think he should have the control of the water fight. What does he have in that transported? 20 villagers. I'll make that 18. ACM landing with a lot as well. Only one trap. Condos being produced. Now some more stables. ACM, he likes his light cav apparently and is getting some raids in against all those trade cards. Doubt will lose his villagers at the front. He is sitting at pop 150. Slam at only 120. Cannon galleon tech now for back T as well. I think you should have decided, okay, one guy is going for the cannon galleons, not both tacking. Probably want to go for the Italian simply because it's cheaper for them. And Doubt and Slam are GGing this one, realizing, okay, this was too much to handle. And we're going into game number 3 with an even score. This was the home map of VNA though, so all secret fanboys, don't be too scared. Idle counts have to be high at this spot if you can't put them onto any tasks anymore. This is just super standard for late game heavy water games. Nice landing here by Sam. Super aggressive. Did annoy quite a bit. Slam couldn't defend it perfectly. Then nice extra landing also into Doubt. That gave back T quite an advantage here with the early up timing and could pressure Slam to never get onto longboat numbers. Well played by the VNA guys for sure. Doubt tried his very best, but couldn't really get stuff rolling. Back T just with too much map control, and Doubt still was greedy enough, got some stuff done. 1-1 now the score. Doubt, the biggest fighter of the game. Really traded off his fast fires quite a bit against back T there. Largest army is quite low for a 70-minute water game. 66 only for back T, the highest. Also the guy who had most of the resources of all of them even. Trade profit for ACM and Slam didn't even properly start it. 4 relics also for VNA, 1 only for Secret. Kind of a fortunate thing there. Okay, we will update the maps. We have game number 2, Caribbean. Oh wait, it was 1R, 2 Bs, right? Yeah. Then we have Regicide Fortress. Game number 4 is Team Islands / Bedouins, and we have Bedouins / Team Islands over there. So we can get rid of the red. Actually, we can say WTF happened in April 2019. In April 2019.